All right, we went. We are live now, by the way. Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. Who we got here? Doc, I hope you're feeling better. Please rest on the couch. And if you... yeah. I am just gonna hang in my office until he's better. Although we did play some Switch games last night. It was a lot of fun. So we kept it super chill. Was that yesterday or today? Oh, at midnight. Bummer. I did log into Animal Crossing today and cleaned up my island, but there was no celebration. I missed it. Yeah. Oh my god. Today is Sunday. I'm so confused. So we're here today to just recap the FUNdraiser Bout that we held. Whatever day that was. December 10th. It feels forever ago, doesn't it? It was less than a month ago. It was. Yes. I was like, Loki looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Well, if you just randomly fall over, we know what happened. Oh my god.
Really?
Alright, I fixed it.
We can only hear Sassy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I fixed it. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm
got so much good
audio.
I spent hours on my intro.
What did you say?
In front of the mirror.
Exactly.
I said this. Wait, hold on, wait. I went, hey. Do it again.
See? I fixed it.
Alright,
Alright,
guys,
if you would like to start over.
No,
I don't know what I fucking said.
the moment is gone.
I'll never know.
The moment's over.
I hate it here. I'm leaving.
Hi. Don't. Alright, so I'm sorry about that. Audio issues are my Achilles heel, one would say.
One would say.
Your biggest flaw.
I literally can't have a Twitch stream without there being some audio problem. Last time you could hear everyone and you were only supposed to hear me, and I fucked up the whole thing. This time it was the opposite.
Everyone's just like talking shit in the background.
Yes, I was talking to my stream, and like afterwards, apparently you guys could hear everyone in voice chat behind me. Just whatever the fuck you guys are talking about.
I think we were jokingly talking shit on you, so that's a thing. I'm so sorry.
I have to go back and watch it.
I gotta backpedal real hard on those things.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a joke.
Right.
No.
I wasn't there, so I'm safe.
Yeah.
It was at the Among Us thing.
Yeah. No, I gotta turn off that thing. We are not streaming. We do not have a charity about right now.
There's this fucking robot. Why are we hiring robots?
We
need the support of the robots to help us.
The robot is
we're-
telling the people that we are hosting a charity bout. So
We're-
it's either
Yeah.
speaking in time travel, if you want to go backwards, or next December, which is probably accurate.
Yeah.
I just think that we're like inviting the uprising by hiring robots to work for us. I just
Yeah.
think
I'm
that's
fine
This
with
is how
that.
Skynet happened.
I mean,
I mean,
they're only as smart as we make them. So I
I
forgot to
didn't
turn
know
the
it
timer
was-
off.
No, they're as smart as they learn because then they start learning and then they overtake everything. And next thing you know, you're going to come
I
to practice
promise
and be
that
like,
this cloud bot that we
"Hey,
use is
Jesse."
dumber than dirt.
Put me in the Matrix.
Don't
Red
call it
Bull.
names. Oh my
Oh my
god.
Why would you say that? Jesus.
It can't hear me.
They
Yes,
can.
it can.
Yes, it can.
That's the whole point. They can.
Bring it.
That's what
Bring it.
happens when you hire robots. They hear everything.
We didn't
Does
actually
anyone
hire
on our
them.
team
Right,
know
right.
that we're doing
Slaves, but we
this,
don't pay
or-
them.
The robot offered its services, and I clicked. It literally was a little button on or off, and I was like, "Yes, please."
Saskia can't help but purchase services when they're offered to her.
It starts sending you all kinds of ads.
And
So
like
many.
Loki says, that's how Skynet happens.
Saskia, allow me to service you.
Please. I
Yeah,
am
we
long
do.
overdue. My
And people
service.
don't know because I'm old.
What's
What's
that?
If I said like that's how Skynet happens, there's so many
Mm.
like younger people who are like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and that hurts me.
Really?
One way
I
percent.
feel like
Yeah.
everyone knows what Skynet is.
They don't. I
Really?
wish.
Wow.
Let's get a young person in here. He's young.
Yeah. Pixie,
Pixie,
on
pretty
the
young.
is.
Yeah.
Youngish.
Are you aware of
I'm in my
Skynet? Do you know what it
mid-thirties.
is? Do you know the implications of Skynet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm proud of you.
Hey, Pix, are you older than me?
I am older than you, Murder. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm
she doesn't
just
count.
so young and
Just
vibrant.
pretend that you're not. You're now 24.
You're 22 years old and you don't know anything. All right, go.
I
That's
mean,
your
you
prompt.
do look 19 years
19.
old. You look like a little
Skynet.
baby.
Let's
It was so good.
Perfect.
yeah.
Oh, you sweet little baby. We'll explain Skynet to you when you're older.
But not now.
It'll be too late.
It will
When
be
you're
funny.
older.
It'll be happening.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to watch our first clip?
Fucking good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it like
Give
how
it up.
I don't know. I have like 4 clips. No one else
Okay.
came. I got one from Dahlia. I did see. Hold on. I don't know how to go back. All right. So where do we want to start?
You run the show. Start it.
Yeah, let's dive
So
right
fucking
in.
surprise me.
Surprise you.
Yeah.
We could just like Russian roulette. I could close my eyes and just pick a spot
Do
and
it.
play it.
That's great.
But I do want to watch the pillow fight between Raven and I. That is at 24 minutes. That is very early on in the bout.
We were both fresh.
So that's what we're gonna do. Let me just make sure we're all set up for success here.
We're not. Spoiler alert.
All right, so it's at 20. I don't know exactly where we're at. 24. We're gonna go there. I'm switching over to the video,
Oh god.
so everyone should be able to
It's
hear.
happening.
All right, and you guys can still see my screen.
No.
No.
To your screen.
What do you
I mean,
mean? Oh shit!
Raven,
Okay, hold
yeah.
on. No, you're right.
I
Did it like? I don't know why it stopped. Here, I'll do it again. I got it queued up, so the pillow fight is about to start. But let me share my screen to them so they can see it.
Maybe we could just make it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Now I gotta click on it.
I'm
Click
sorry.
on
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Ooh.
It does feel like a lot. Alright, so you should, it's paused right now. So
I'm in.
We're here. Here we are.
sweet.
Okay.
Raven.
Ross looks like something out of Silent Hill in this still.
Looks like he's about to attack Doc.
Yeah, he's
Just
looking
the
at
way he's looking at him pretty intently. Alright, so this is Raven and I as our pillow fight. Doc, you'll have to let me know if you're paying attention to this at all. If you can hear the video, I think you can. But either way, it's happening right now. Alright, cool. So this was a pillow fight that Ross paid for. Yeah. I was really hoping to jump on you. It did not work.
It looked like you were trying to get off the ground at one point.
Yeah, I wanted to ride you.
Actually, I rode you right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, Raven rode you right back. Jesus.
Damn.
We'll practice so that next time you can jump on my back and I'll carry you around like a little baby.
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
I feel like
I just
I just didn't get high enough.
Pillows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How
There
Raven
was-
just
I mean-
was like, "Shah," after she was done with the pillow.
From like a strategic standpoint,
you're just-
your pillow. You're pretty well. You're
That's
pretty
it.
well done.
There it is.
Over.
What do you do?
It's like losing your sword in a sword fight.
That's
That's the moment that I really honestly didn't know if I could breathe. There was
Pillows and
there was like the smallest bit of pillow crack that my nose was in, and I was like, if you move that pillow, I am literally done.
I was very aware that your breathing passages be available to you most of the time.
Yeah. I think I would have spoke up if I literally couldn't breathe, but I had to find the hole.
How? How would you speak up?
Right?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah. I guess.
We need to have like a tap out
Yeah.
situation, like maybe get one of the brawl breakers involved, because I do have moments, like not that I think we would intentionally kill each
Yeah.
other, but like accidentally, probably.
We
very
absolutely could
rare.
accidentally kill each other. Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
maximum amount of time that the pillow fight is supposed to go on for is 30 seconds, right?
Is it?
Is there a time? Oh.
Maybe it's 60 seconds.
Oh,
I
there
think
was a
it's.
time
I
for
no,
it.
there was a time.
Yeah.
This time around, I feel like maybe that was forgotten about. It's been a while. It's been a while
Yeah.
since we've done this publicly. So
We threw a lot of fucking
And I feel like a lot of rules go out the window for the fundraiser bout.
yeah. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
virtually all of the rules
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
out the
all
window for the fundraiser bout. I mean, and our rules. Let's be realistic. They're guidelines, really.
Yeah, they're more like guidelines.
It's like, did the ref see it? Did anyone see it? Okay. Then
They
it's fine, if
die.
it
They
happened.
didn't die. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but maybe we should, maybe consider looking at this shocking imagery. It may be a good idea to like have someone in there watching for any tap out.
I mean, if any of the brawl breakers were brawl.
I was only the one that was out there.
He's right there.
Yeah, Doc. he was watching.
He's watching you die.
He's like, she'll be fine.
There was a moment. He clearly didn't pick up on that, but it was fine. It was good. Raven did check on me, so after all of that,
I care about my friends.
Yes.
Am I
She's like-
hitting you too badly?
right, yeah. She's like, "You're good, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So, as far as pillow fights are concerned, which like, generally speaking, do you have any strategies that you like to use when you're all up in the pillow fights?
Get him to the ground as quickly as possible. That is really my strategy.
I'll be honest. I black out and I just start swinging.
Or to just go to a different place.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, I
so-
think my strategy when it comes to pillow fights is it's usually Peach that I'm pillow fighting against, and I like to throw her to the ground, not using a pillow,
Yeah.
and then I start wailing on her because she never expects it. She's like, "Why did you use your hands?" And I'm like, "Well."
There was a moment early on where I thought Sassy had me.
Like, I really wanted to get on top of you and bring you down.
Yeah, no, I was bent at an unnatural angle, and I'm like, oh god.
But I think that's what hurt me, because when I got that close, I feel like I was done for. I couldn't get away from you to get any momentum. Like, you already had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the hug of
You can
death.
feel it happening.
Yeah, I was like, this is it.
Okay, what's
Having
your
long
strategy
arms
when it comes to
helps.
pillow
He's just-
fights?
You know.
My strategy, my go-to move is to not take their pillow, but to grab it and not let go of it immediately, so that I can keep them very close to me and just wail on them with like the other pillow.
Oh, that's actually
Yeah.
really smart.
It is smart.
Yeah, and if you hold the pillow in the right way, like you are actually punching them, but no one can see it. It looks like you're hitting them with the pillow.
There you go. I love how Doc said.
I don't remember that. I don't think
were...
I've pillow fought any of you guys in a while.
I don't think I've ever.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever pillow fighted you either. I think I've only
usually
pillow fighted
have.
Raven. That's it.
I feel like I've had some pretty good goes with Kung Pao with pillow pillow fights.
Oh yeah, there's some good video of you guys from the
Yeah,
other fundraiser bout.
You guys
there
get
ends up
into
being
it.
like this spinny like dance move thing, and it's like but like when you're in there, it's not like a fun dance move. You're like,
No, it's horrible. You're like, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hit
die
the
right
ground
now.
in a moment.
Yeah. Oh, but
It's
that should
so
be a
shockingly exhausting too.
It really is. It really. You're fighting for your life. God damn it! I mean.
Yeah.
And I just had a random thought that should be one of the awards we do for the jammies. Queen of the Pillow Fight, but it's gonna be Raven. You don't vote for Raven. Or the other penalty.
Trying to defend himself.
Oh yeah.
We were told we were not needed by me, because that's what I asked you guys last time. Did I tell you were not needed?
No.
Get it together, Doc. We needed you. Your wife needed you.
Look at her!
Actively dying.
She's turned into a shell of a woman.
She wakes up in the night screaming.
That's like this is just a normal occurrence.
Every time she goes to bed and she sees that pillow, she just starts screaming.
She sleeps flat for the rest of her life. They didn't need to see her with a pillow.
Does that make you nervous? My background?
Of your pillow? I'm fine. Promise I have no issues sleeping. I can see a pillow and I'm not traumatized.
Shut up, Jackie. I don't know how broken you are.
Have I turned into your sleep paralysis demon? It's just me with a pillow.
No, on the contrary, I can't go to sleep unless I'm almost suffocating by a pillow. I'm like, Doc, just like,
Yeah, tell us more about that.
Just please push that pillow down a little bit harder. I can still breathe just fine.
Roll into bed like a pillow, be like, good night, forever.
Conversation's getting really spicy.
Sure is.
We were talking about roller skating or something. Roller
We are.
skating? What do you guys do? You ice skate? What is this?
Yeah, what about fresh ice?
Roller skating and fucking go hand in hand, so.
Hey, whoa.
Hey.
I mean, this is tagged 18 and over, so
Okay, yeah, fuck.
join at your own.
I don't consent to this.
Does anyone from the rest of the team aware that this is happening, or?
It's not my fault.
Some of them probably need to know the things that they fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you have timestamps for those?
I don't have timestamps, but I guarantee you, if you just let it play, I can find them just like that.
Immediately.
Well, we do have that one video clip of Raven cheating, so.
Yeah, no, it's great.
But I think that's on the other side of the track. I think that's in turn 2. So we can't. I don't think that we'd be able to see it on the side, which is a bummer.
Maybe not. We'll just play that video then.
Well, we sure will.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Wrap it up with a little promo video. Everything's gonna be great.
So all of this goes to show you that while it's cheating, not cheating, well, it is cheating. It looks fucking cool.
It does look cool.
It does.
Is there like I guess, an awareness as far as like what our particular brand of roller derby is?
Sure. I have no idea.
Our brand of roller derby is we just do what we want. So
yeah,
we have rules. As stated previously, they're more like guidelines. We try to stick to them as best that we can, but like sometimes you just get a little wild, and there's a general understanding of that between all of us as Rockstar Roller Derby family members, and we're cool with it.
but also
Some people get upset. They're like, "That can't happen," and we're like, "Well, it already did." So here we are.
But like, if you can break a rule in the way that is still safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you have to be able to know yourself well enough to be like, I'm not actively going out to kill somebody. But I will push it.
It's nice just being able to do that with your friends. Like, Raven, I knew you did not want to kill me with that pillow.
Never would want to kill you.
It was the.
I gave you events. I was like, hey, you
I feel like number one rule is don't be a dick, and I think we take that one very seriously.
Very seriously.
Yeah. Very, very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you can like kind of be an asshole a little bit.
I don't want to harm my friends, but do I want to maim them a little bit? Maybe.
I want to fuck with them a little bit, for sure.
Like a temporary maiming, like some light PTSD.
Like nothing permanent.
Of course.
What a monster.
The thing you can't work out in therapy, either mental or physical.
Pay for your therapy. I'll help you out.
We should do that, like maybe like once a quarter, have like a practice that's just a therapy session.
There we
There
go.
Oh,
we
yeah.
go.
You want to
talk it out? We're gonna do it right now.
Half is physical therapy, the other half is mental. So you go
And
get
then
like
I
your
think
licenses.
as like a moderator in that situation, every time someone complains about something, my go-to response would probably be, well, let's not live in the past. You know, like it happened, and I hear you, and I see you, and I don't agree with
You
you,
should just
but you can't
gaslight
change it.
them. Actually, just be like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
recall that
100%.
happening. That
Happened
that didn't
so
happen at
long
all.
ago.
Like that time Murder pushed me with both of her hands.
I'm sorry
Oh
you
my
feel that
God.
way.
Oh my God. That happened so long ago. It was
I'm not
Happened
even
years ago.
immediately after you complained about someone else doing it. That's the point.
Yeah, I was acting out.
Against me?
She's
Yes.
like a 2-year-old testing her boundaries.
I was the
Leave
last
me
jam.
alone,
Actually,
Mom.
it was the very last jam, and it was a very tight game, and it happened, and then I went. I probably would have done the same thing.
It's just so
It was
tired.
very much like a get me out of here.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to
Done.
be here anymore. I
Yeah.
just want to go eat wings.
That is the motivation towards that at the end of the battle.
Oh my God.
Pizza and beer are imminently my future.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
this...
round 4 actively on the track while like waiting for the whistle to blow. Both teams are having conversations about like what their first drink is going to be.
Yeah.
That is so
7
true.
more jams until I get a
Oh.
shot of Fireball.
A Rockstar special.
This one was especially difficult because I had to order the food ahead of time. So it was like we had like
You
6
knew.
jams left. And the food got there and you could smell it. Like you're on the jam line and it just smells like delicious wings and pizza. And I was like, why are we still doing this?
Like, we could have called it at any time.
Call it right
here.
now.
Tried to.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
tried to call it before it was over multiple times.
Dee just kept trying. It was like round 3.5, and she's like, "We're done, everybody."
Yeah.
We're like, "Wait, what?"
And every time I was like, okay, maybe like we're all just tired. It's like a decision being made. And then Loki's like, no, we're not done.
I
like,
want
all
the
right.
full thing. I'm not bitching out early, and neither of you either.
Yeah.
None of you get to do that either. Okay, we're gonna ride it out all the way to the end.
And
We're
it's for
making
charity.
money. We're bringing in money for charity.
Right.
Exactly.
You should have been like, "Well, we're done, but you guys can keep paying for stuff. We're just not going to do it."
We should
We'll
have
put it
just
in the
like
bank for
went.
next year.
We should have just like skated in the middle of the track, be like, "Hey, listen, we're tired of the game. However, give us $5 and we'll do stuff. Like, what do you want to see?
We'll do stuff.
I'll punch you.
That's
I'll punch you for $10. I will punch Sassy for $10. Maybe even 5. I'll do it.
But do I have to consent to this?
No.
Being punched.
You signed.
The money is
signed
your
a
consent.
waiver. You signed
What?
a
What?
waiver.
Which
You
waiver?
signed a waiver. One that I put all those hidden clauses in.
Don't
Worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
And
it.
and
And Tom has
I
negative
consent to being
I forget
punched in
I
the
said
face at any
anything.
given time for
If I
charity.
said anything, it's fine.
For charity,
Don't worry about
I
the
could make an
waiver.
exception, but otherwise, no.
Not in that waiver you signed.
Show me the fucking waiver.
Because I said specifically consent to being punched in the face at any given moment.
Can we just add that in there, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Do you have another clip for us?
Yeah, what's the next one?
Which
Or do you want to watch this one again?
Just keep playing the same thing.
I
mean,
love
I'll
the pillow
watch
face.
this the rest of my life. I'm happy with that.
Oh my god, when was our tug of war?
I feel like it was
I feel like
early.
it's like, and
Oh, no, wait, wrestling
no,
was
because
early.
it was after my dad left because he was too old to sit that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know? I know that Pix and I's tug of war was at 43 minutes. I do have that pegged.
Sounds great. Go for it.
But do you know if it was before or after? We could try to find it.
I don't. I think it's. Was it before? Because I think Pix. This is like right. It was your family went absolutely ham and destroyed you. And
Yeah,
I feel
they discovered they could
for that.
made me do everything.
They did make you do so many things.
Huh?
The entire second half of the game is your family destroying your body.
I think that one of my favorite things about the fundraiser bout is that like family and like friends and things like that. Like I know that we've said like they think that they're helping, but I don't think that they do. I think that they know that they're causing harm and that they're actually really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because like I was like I had some friends come and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have you jam like over and over again." And I'm like, "Guys, I've been physically unwell for months, and it's probably better if I don't jam." And they're like, "We don't care."
Yeah, we
You're
don't.
Oh,
jamming.
thanks for the
And I was like, "Cool, cool,
new
cool, cool."
follower.
I remember-
Ooh.
your username, but thank you for the follow, Eliza.
Yeah.
Something.
Thanks, Eliza. Something.
Is it Doolittle?
Doolittle.
Eliza Doolittle.
Who's
My
that?
Why
Fair
are you
Lady.
saying that like we should know?
My Fair Lady. Jesus Christ. You call yourself
Oh my
musical theater
God.
nerds, even though none of you call yourselves that.
I was like, when did I do that? Like, nope, not me.
Sassy walks into her room. The first thing that she says is, "Hey, I'm a musical theater
I'm a musical theater nerd. And you can face at any given moment.
I feel like what the word she used was thespian. She's like, "I'm a thespian."
What the hell is a
Whatever.
thespian? Is that like a theater lesbian?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
I like a few musicals, but I definitely wouldn't consider myself a musical nerd. So I would never introduce myself like that.
Oh my God, Sassy,
Okay,
stop
Miss, I get
lying.
drunk and
That's all
sing
you
Rent.
talk about it.
You don't have to be modest. It's okay.
Nope.
You know.
Every time Sassy drinks, she's like 525.
First of all, I love that musical. I would sing a different song from that. I would sing "Take Me or Leave Me" if I'm going to belt out a Rent song. Okay, thank you very much. Just wanted to clarify.
Okay,
That's my
This is
jam.
what I'm saying.
See,
You're
next
a
break
fucking
karaoke
liar.
video,
You love
that's
musical
Sassy
theater.
up.
There we go. Yep, that sounds great. And Pete, it's a duo. But at
the
the end they break up, and it's really sad. So.
Wow, way to bring it down.
Oh no,
Spoiler alert, much.
pretty
I
depressed.
mean, it's not my fault you haven't watched it. It came out 100 years ago.
I don't think it was.
I actually have never seen Rent, shockingly.
No? Oh my God.
I haven't
no.
either. I guess we should like make it a thing.
Yeah, I own it on Blu-ray. We can watch it.
Oh wow.
What the fuck's a Blu-ray?
Wow, Blu-ray. What
I
is
don't know.
that?
I used to make these videos that you could buy in a DVD. But it was like
like-
higher
You
quality.
could like take it places with you.
Yeah.
You can hold it in your hands. I have a plethora of Blu-rays out there.
Mhm.
Somebody
I
who just like
do
to
as well.
physically own it.
You've seen, yeah.
I haven't actually watched any
Impressive.
of them, but I have an impressive collection.
Yeah, I can't say the last time we've actually pulled one out to watch one of our Blu-rays. Or
And I
any
have that
DVD that we own.
device that I own that can play this. I'm like, oh, Xbox maybe? Yeah, I think that'll play a Blu-ray.
I
I
think so,
have
yeah.
one Blu-ray, and who can guess what it is?
Is it Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, it
How
is.
many copies
It's that
of it
one.
do you have?
I only have the one, but the
Oh.
rink still has 17 hidden around it.
So many.
Keep popping up. They're like haunting me.
Every time you open a cabinet, a fucking Blu-ray falls out of it. It's great.
It makes me so mad.
Okay, so we're gonna do Pix and I in a tug of war. You could maybe try to find your tug of war after that. Sorry, Pix, so this is gonna be real short. I love you.
Wow.
Wow.
This made me change my technique for tug of war with Ducky. So
Yeah, there was some really good tug of wars. All right, let's see. You guys can see my screen. Am I streaming still? Okay, cool.
yes.
Yeah, I think the best part about any of these things is you can watch yourself get injured in real time.
That is a good
Oh
time.
my
I was
god.
like, oh look, there's the moment my
Oh.
shoulder popped out of the socket.
I mean, murder if you're feeling wild at some point.
It's somewhere in here. Hold on.
Oh wait, are you talking about my tragic fall?
Yeah, well, not that I want to like exploit your injury.
Oops,
but
Oh.
I think I went right past it. Hold on.
There's like the reality of like, you know, this is full contact, dangerous sport. And
Yeah, we should totally do my fall. I think it's at like.
Yeah,
Cool. So this is where Loki was whispering tidbits into my ear. I appreciated that.
I'm here. This is where Raven was whispering, just like she
Ah,
was whispering.
was like, look, I'm
Giving
also
us
giving
tips
you
for
tips
success.
on it. But they look like they're doing something important, so let's make it sound like we have a strategy.
Oh my god.
Tips in action.
Yeah. Very
And I'm telling you, I was dreading this.
Oh my
I'm not a
God.
tug of war person.
Oh my
I love that you
god.
fucking pushed her afterward.
I
You're like, you know
know.
what? Fuck you,
Okay.
Sassy.
I love her
Yeah.
like little tantrum of that little push was just like, thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
you.
I'm not very
That's
strong in the arms department. I don't know. I think I might have just caught you too early. I don't know because your other tug of war is like
gravity,
crazy.
like it's
Yeah.
very little arm strength involved.
Yeah, it's really like your core and your like legs and your back, like your whether your biceps are strong or whatever. It doesn't really affect tug of war. Maybe
Yeah.
grip strength a little
Yeah,
bit.
grip strength helps.
So I have
I tell you-
terrible. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go by all means.
I have
my
terrible
angel.
grip strength. We were talking about this last night. Like things just fall out of my hands.
My grip strength is
It's
terrible too.
weird. So
I-
for me, for tug of war, I never go this way. I always turn around and use the handle and then go the opposite direction on my torso. Because I'm like, I cannot hold on to that thing for the life of me. So I have to turn around and
I can't turn around because I need to see my enemy.
no,
Who
I
knows
want to
how
leave them
Look
behind.
at them straight in the face.
Can't look at them in the eye. I'll feel
I need
bad.
to look them in the eye because they might like what they could have a knife. They could come at me.
A knife.
Anything goes.
Always
I
use
only-
I hold on to it with two hands, or else I get
Yeah.
spun around. And I think that
Yeah.
was what happened. Was I got spun around at the very beginning and then fell down,
Yeah.
and then Sassy just dragged me across the floor.
Dude, I have never felt so powerful in my entire life. I was like, I am a badass.
Loki,
Right
what were you
now.
gonna say when we were talking about grip strength?
Well, I don't know. No. Oh, okay. Actually, so there was like two things that kept happening in tug of war, and I feel like I'm giving away trade secrets. So hopefully, most of the skaters aren't watching.
Yeah, it's like
So-
stalking a few people.
Some slightly like less successful tug of war situations, and if they like come up that well. But one thing that like you should never ever do is shorten the rope. So like a couple of people, as opposed to like trying to gain distance like on the ground, were pulling the rope, which just pulled them closer to crossing the line, and they
Gotcha.
thought that they were like
Mhm.
making it shorter. So you're
Mm.
only like kind of screwing yourself over when you do that. There's also like this is really so stupid but hilarious. So I have a very specific way that I play tug of war, and it has everything to do with staying as stable as possible and waiting for the opposing person to make some sort of move. So like as soon as this is what I was whispering to Sassy, I'll share it with everyone because I guess that's like as a coach, that's what I should do. So once they pick up a skate, a wheel, anything, adjust their stance in any way, you give it a really hard yank. And most of the time they will fall because they're not expecting it because there's that like tension, which is really funny because we're watching Squid Game.
That's exactly the
And-
same.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like waiting for the old man to describe the situation, and I was like, as soon as he said it, I like turned to Billy and I was like, "That's what I always say." So I was just, it just felt really good.
Yeah,
like a valid
Anyone in
totally-
that situation agree with me on how to play tug of war.
And they
But
had
that's, like,
deaths. Like it was that or dying.
Yeah,
So
it was either, and I mean, I'm sure there's like obviously difference if there's more people, so you're only dealing with one person, maybe they don't move, and you're just kind of at a stalemate for a little while. But usually someone's gonna try to adjust something, and you hope that it's not you, and you get them real good on that.
That's what we should do. A team versus team
Yeah.
tug of war.
Tug of war.
So
Get
I
all
thought
like
about
10
that,
people
but
out
I'm like,
there.
that's so many skates.
I just was thinking that too in my head. I'm like, could you imagine?
Like, there's only so much that you can control, and then like skates involved. It's like one thing if like you're tug of war in your sneakers and like somebody's foot like hits you in the face, but like if that happens wearing roller skates, like
Yeah, you're gonna
I mean,
break
you're
your
not gonna
fucking
have
jaw.
teeth. Yeah, you're not gonna have teeth. You're gonna have broken jaw.
Oh my god.
The delicate balance of like entertainment and also safety. The safety part is boring, but like we have to consider it somehow.
Yeah.
Fucking
At the end of the
good.
day, I do care about your faces and keeping
Yeah.
them. Intact.
Sometimes, except for
Sometimes.
mid jam, and then I'm like, I don't care. I don't know who you are. I only see colors when we're playing. I'm like, I don't know who this person is, but they're not on my team, so
I
bye.
don't see color, so
I
it's
never
really
see
hard for me
color.
to
Oh my
play.
god.
It's hard for me to play roller derby. Oh yeah, I think you just passed my fall.
Okay, so Loki
Oh, there's
and
our,
Raven.
there it is.
We're tug of war.
Yeah. Hold on, let
There
me
it
find it. I gotta find where it starts. I think it's here. All right, so I'll switch back to the video, and then we'll start this up.
This man.
Who's this guy?
Sorry.
Get out of here, man.
Get out of here, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for stepping up.
Heard us. Thank you.
Yep, so this is Stark Raven versus Loki. I already forgot what your DC and Marvel names
This is
were.
what?
Oh, Bane and Ghost Rider.
Bane.
Ghost Rider, yeah.
That's
Didn't your
easy.
boss pay for this, Loki?
Yeah.
Just remember hearing Austin's cackle every time he made you do
Oh!
something.
Write down.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Just take me.
Here's the thing. Look how much.
I love
This is
it.
where I screwed up.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna hold on, and I'm gonna fucking let go. Fuck you.
I had a feeling. I'm like, man, I know this bitch so well. I had a pretty solid amount of tension on that rope because I was just trying to drag her across for the final humiliation, and she just let go, which was genius. And I don't know how I didn't fall backwards, but I guess years and years of training to like throw your weight forward and fall to your knees.
Oh,
But
she'll be right.
I did the ultimate no in double knee falls where it was just both knees slammed down on the ground at the same time, but it's fine. I'm old.
mean,
I'm not
it's-
gonna get less old. My knees aren't gonna hurt less, so
It's
Oh, that was
preferable
Roxy's
to
jump.
so, you know.
We could watch Roxy's long jump. I just found that.
Oh, where
Yeah,
she
do it.
actually
She
dislocated
falls,
her
or-
knee or whatever.
Actually, I'm not sure which one. I think this is later in.
I
Yeah.
think the hammer, that was the one against me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Where
hammer
I
one
did
was
like
rough.
3 things in a row.
I want to find the other one then. We won't show that one. I forgot. There was two.
You need her consent to show her.
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Pixon freaking each taking an hour to do an arm wrestle?
Oh my god, that was the longest arm wrestle.
Gator roll, god damn it.
Play it
Gator roll.
literally. There we go. We'll watch that. But the whole time you can see Peach when she comes up is just like ah. She was so nervous about it. She did not want to do it. And then
She just had, she actually just got stitches on her arm the day before, which is why she didn't want to do it.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
She's a tough cookie, that one.
She is.
He's very strong. We both tried very hard for a while before I started cheating.
Sometimes you just have to. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only. I mean, so Raven and I had one too in the very beginning of the game, and full on stalemate like this, like couldn't go anywhere,
like,
and we're literally like
what do you
talking
do?
to each other, like, what are we gonna do about this situation? And I just jumped on top of her because I didn't care.
Yeah, I was like, that's perfect. And
Well,
throw the leg in.
my arm wrestle with Fury, I
They're still going.
gator rolled her because it took
Yeah.
forever. I was like, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I'm just gonna do a little gator roll and call it a day.
I think that's like kind of the beauty of
They're
the
actively tickling now.
challenges.
I like how you guys went sideways.
Yeah,
Just kept turning.
I'm just like,
I don't think Peach is ticklish.
Oh,
I am
yeah.
ticklish.
She was like
It was
unaffected.
very hard.
He's not a ticklish person.
Oh man, I'm pretty ticklish. I would have been game over.
But yeah, same. I would be fucked. This is
I'll
forever.
jump in with-
Finally.
Nailed it.
Great
I
job.
don't know
won?
if you can see it from this angle, but I go to like pound her fist and she throws, yeah, there. She throws the wrist pad at me.
She's so
amazing.
petty. I love it.
That was good.
Oh god.
Well, maybe technical
Try to find another
Sally
one.
for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Just in case anyone is watching that like doesn't, because we've gone over a couple of these challenges, and like if you don't know why we do them, in a fundraiser game we do them because people paid for them. In a normal game they're a punishment for getting a penalty in a way. So if you get a penalty, what we call a minor penalty, you have to play the Plinko board. You'll get a challenge. If you're the one that got the penalty, you have to play the challenge. The opposing team will pick your challenger, and they can pick like the best person at that game. So whatever it is, tug of war, relay race, whatever, to go against you. And then if you lose the challenge, you lose a point. If you win the challenge, you just keep your point, and that's where these things come in. So the fun part about it is if you're doing arm wrestling is new to the table. We used to have something else. So I feel like this is like one of the first games we really got to use it. I think what's awesome is like the worst case scenario is that you're gonna lose a point. So if you just want to be like, fuck it and do whatever you want at that point and like not follow the rules, like one, the crowd absolutely adores it, and two, you might have lost a point, but it was a good time. Plus, these challenges can be wildly exhausting. Like some of them are okay, like relay race, not too bad. Like push carts, not so bad. But like the pillow fight is exhausting. The tug of war is like strangely exhausting. Arm wrestling, you would think would be fine against one person, but like if you're like really in there and you're giving it your all, so exhausting. So you got to think about like, do I have to go back in for the next jam and now I'm going to be super tired, or like, am I good to go? So like if you're like, I got a jam next and you're trying to arm wrestle, by all means, get in there with the fucking alligator roll. Make it happen. What's the worst that happen? Their shoulder gets dislocated, let go. I don't know what to tell you.
Stop being a
Strangely, that's in the arm wrestle. It's not the arm that's wrestling that fucking hurts. It's the other arm, like trying to like stabilize yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like we may need to invest in like the actual like there's like a block.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing. Maybe one day when we're rich.
When we're never been more exhausted than a fundraiser bout. Like there was even one bout where I think we were like short like 3 people or something, and I had to jam like every other jam.
So someone paid to have you jam like all of the like over and over and over again, and I think it was Dave.
Yeah, it was right. But like even compared to that, like I wasn't as tired as I was with this fundraiser bout. I was fucking exhausted. I was wrecked after. It was nuts.
Yeah. I mean, that's where these, like, they're such a fun time, but they do present a different level of challenge because having the crowd having so much control over what we're doing, it's not like, a normal game, we rotate skaters out so they're not going in every single time to keep, like, everyone as fresh as possible. So when you have the crowd coming in and being like, no, JK, we want this person to jam again, or someone who doesn't jam that often, and have them like continuously go back out again, it's exhausting.
Well, shout out to like you Deeds and Kung Pao, as well as our bench managers, which was Valkyrie and Billy B-Sides. You guys were amazing on your toes because you kept on having to like switch up the lineup and like switch people out to make sure that we weren't getting fucking exhausted. Which like there would have probably been like 5 more injuries if we didn't have you guys doing that. So thank you guys so much for that. Because
the lineup got changed on the first jam was a different jam. It's like there we go, everything's out the window now.
Out the window. I mean, there definitely were some strategic timeouts in there. Like I know one you had to like jam 3 times in a row, murder, and I like called a timeout, and you're like, I'm okay, and I was like, I don't care. You're doing it anyway. You're getting the whole 60 seconds worth of time. And you're not even on my team.
Yeah, your exact words was you're okay, but you could probably be better, right?
You could probably be better.
Like, yeah, probably. I was like, thank you.
I'm like, this isn't the championship game. Like, take the time out. Fine.
I mean, on our bench, we had a lot of like, are you good? Like, do you need me to go in for you? And like, I think I went in for picks a couple of times, but it didn't matter because I got thrown off the track for the entire second.
The blocker begons were rough.
I was begonned every fucking time because Dee Dee's some sort of weird wizard at rock, paper, scissors. I don't know.
And I think the same happened with Kung Pao. There was like a point where she was like, I like haven't skated in so long.
Like I just keep going out there and then keep leaving.
Like, so at the end we cheated with the blocker be gone because we cheated everything else, right? I mean we make rules. I mean we make exceptions, whatever you want to call it. But like I lost rock paper scissors and Slay was like, I'm feeling pretty injured, and I was like, you're looking pretty injured. Go let Dee Dee know that I'll need to stand in. She was just so tired.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
Yeah, I don't blame. She's a fucking powerhouse. That's why. She's like slamming into people going 80,000 miles an hour.
I mean,
Yeah,
towards
that's
the
like
end,
how-
I was
that's
like so
like-
exhausted.
Around for no good reason, like an asshole.
What?
Oh my god. Slay pushed into Pix
After the whistle.
after the whistle blew, after she was like already off
She
the
was
track.
already out of bounds. Slay
And
goes
it
up,
was
slams her into the fucking wall, and I'm like, I'll kill her.
I know, we got so bad. But Slay's immediate regret on her face was like,
She was like, oh,
Like,
shit,
oh, no.
I should have done
Here's the
that.
thing. Sometimes you have like the target, the trajectory, and you've already committed.
Yeah,
And
so
then
it's
the
like,
whistle blows.
that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
She
And
was
then
locked
it
and
happens.
loaded. Locked and loaded on Pix.
Murder skated over and threw her off the bench.
And I was like, I saw that, but I didn't see what happened until afterwards, and I realized that's why.
I mean, I'm gonna stand behind my team. Pix was probably asking for it.
She was. Yeah.
I threw her.
I
Go ahead.
played like 3 penalty games, and then I jammed against.
Oh, we got another follower. Golden something. I'm really bad at these usernames, but thanks for the follow. What did you try?
Where I can't see that stuff.
Yeah.
I threw Slay off the bench, and then I called her a dirty bitch and said, "This is justice for Pix."
Justice for Pix.
Love it.
I was like, "You dirty bitch."
Here's the thing. I love Pix, and she's not on my team. And I will still forever cherish that picture because actually there was
It is a great
2 instances
So good.
that I very specifically remember. One is caught on
Did
photo
someone
where
join?
you got yeah, it looks like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
we
why
can
are
hear you.
screaming?
You are loud.
Stop screaming at us, Jesus.
Back to what I was saying before.
Sorry. If you have the picture, I can
Yeah.
throw it up on my screen, Loki, but I don't know how to
I
find
do,
it
I can
quickly.
I can send it to you via Messenger ?
Perfect. I can receive
Um,
messages in Messenger.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I love that. So, but I think it's like a good example of like we all train together, we all skate together, we all take care of each other. So even like being on opposing teams, like Pix took a hit that was like not even intentional. It was probably like a wheel lock or something like that, and was falling forward in a way that like my brain was like that you just like hit your face on the floor. You probably would have caught yourself, but my brain was like, I don't even want to risk it. So like the picture is like me catching her, and we're not even on the same team, and like
So
just holding her up.
Yeah, I do.
But then like also I'm sure immediately after getting right in front of her and like shutting her down as well. But like as long as you're safe, and then I can block you. That's what's important to me. What's your name? What's your real life name?
What's my name? My first name is Crystal.
We
I don't know why, but like, yeah, I don't know where we went. Starbuck, I can't remember her real name to save my life. Every time I have to messenger on Facebook, I'm like, think real hard. First name, last name, anything?
So I sent you that picture.
All right, I got it.
I think there was another situation. I actually don't think it was Pix, but it may have been. I think Murder was jamming, and like our jammer had fallen. I'm not really sure, but so like what looked like an opening was actually like a down skater, and I like got in between you and that skater at like full, and you're going like full speed.
It's on there we go.
Skater
I
down,
got the
skater
picture
down,
up.
skater down.
So on the stream
look
is
at
the
this
picture that Loki was.
He's like, I got you, baby.
Yeah, I got you.
Here.
Love that.
You're
That's
my
what I
little
love
baby.
about this
It's
game.
like literally the perfect picture of what our league is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure 2 seconds later she was probably like trying to take you out too.
100%.
Once you were up.
Can you get up so I can hit you down, please? Thank you.
She confirmed I was alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, you good? She's like, yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, all right, cool. Pah.
That is a
Threw
theme
her on the
here.
ground.
That is the second time now that someone was like, you're good, right?
I mean, you have to. You got to check in.
Mm-hmm. Look at Slay's face picture. I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard.
I think some of my
but
favorites
she looks so
stills
crazy.
like if you go through all the photos and like obviously like my go-to is like if I'm in it, I care. If I'm not in it, I just like scroll right past it.
I do have to fill my water and
be
be real
real
quick. Can I just take a minute? You guys got this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Sure.
it. We can try to be entertaining.
You
You
got
got
this.
this.
What was
People
I talking
manage.
about? Oh, looking for pictures. But so when you're going through like the bout photos and if like maybe the picture was snapped like right at the end of a jam or like as the whistle's blowing or something like that where like it looks like there's all this action going around you but like you're just standing there like
It's the
you don't know.
best.
It's like an out of play situation or no pack, so you have to like let the jammer go and like the picture just looks like you have no idea where you are, what's happening, and you're just like enjoy, go right through, have a good day.
Go ahead. It
But-
looks like you just got frozen in time and everybody else got
Yeah, you're just like, well, I don't know
You're
what's
like-
going on here. What's this game we're playing? Where's the ball? I can't find the ball.
All right.
Never did find the
so
ball that day.
I just got my headset up and running and my camera up and running. Do I sound okay? This is like
You sound great.
cool. This is totally new
you're
to
good.
me. So
Love how Sassy
Well,
came in and
A
lived again.
different picture that
Like,
is
just water. What happened? What?
I
Where'd
have a
Raven
different
go?
picture that is the same kind of spirit. It's when Ducky knocked me over in our jammer duel, and she looks so concerned. But if you watch in the video, she just like skates away. But
I
No,
guess
the one
like
I
I mean that's
shared-
nice in the photo. You get like a glimpse of the concern, fleeting as it may have been. It was there, that's important.
the concern.
Intention was there. It's the thought that
Yeah.
counts.
Like, you good? You good? You good? All right, see you later.
It's
I gotta
gonna be
go.
the
I have
new
stuff to do.
new motto for our league. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
No, my favorite
Fleeting
moment
concern.
was the post ping pong, the first round of ping pong. It was actually hilariously
Jesus
with
fuck.
Ducky as well. I had no idea what was going on with my team's jammers, but I know that I like stonewalled Ducky, and as soon as she was down, like she was right back up, and we were like, "You good? You good? You good, honey?" And then we fist bumped. It was great. It was my favorite.
Gotta
Du-
a little reassuring.
He
fist bump.
said,
Exactly.
he said, my usual face while bouting is concerned.
No. Sometimes I see
Adorable.
murderous rage on your beautiful face.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And I love that so much. And I'm like, come here, duck.
I love that picture of Ducky's face. The best is Billy in the background looking like, yeah.
it's
Nailed
and I love maybe when Sassy gets back she can pull it up, but Suffer's face is great too in this picture.
Yeah, the
Oh my
hands up.
god. I look like I'm clutching my pearls in the
You look like-
background.
It's very
I'm like,
ooh,
dear God.
ooh.
Ugh.
Meanwhile,
Love
Raven
how
looks like she's
Dahlia
giving,
is
like,
so
the cute-
happy.
Oh yeah, I'm here for it. But Raven, like she gives the eyes of like, do it. Very, very
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine.
Look around and find out.
Let the hate flow through you.
At the height. Let's just bring it.
We have Raven back. Hello, baby.
Hi, technical difficulties.
Yeah, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Kidding me? I thought you were always a swirling blob of squares.
I'm not. You can't see me?
No.
No, can't see you.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
I mean, yes. Yes, I did.
I'm gonna do that like next time someone jams and they like didn't get through or get lead jammer and they're like all butthurt and sad about it. I'm just gonna be
Oh,
like,
looks
did you
like
try
my
turning it
camera.
off and turning it back on?
Oh my
Yeah, looks
God.
like my camera froze too. That's fun.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
We're all falling apart.
Do you guys see just the tip of my cat's tail?
Excuse me?
What about the,
Oh,
just
yeah.
the tip? That's all I heard. I literally only heard just the tip.
It's right there. It's just floating across the bottom. I had to
Patty.
I had to kick Maisie out and like close the door because if I don't pay attention specifically to her, she will just like grab random things from around the room that she should not have and destroy them. So
Oh, no.
Worst.
that's where the one thing cats are a little bit easier. They just like hang out and be nice.
Hi.
That's what I've heard. Hi, welcome
Sass,
back. How
there's-
is your dehydrate and rehydrate?
Yes,
Yes,
right.
right.
What's up?
There is a picture that Pix put in Twitch chat. If you want to pull that up on the stream so everybody can see Ducky's glorious fucking face.
Yes.
So this is a moment where Ducky and I were in a jammer duel.
You're really just gonna see all of Discord. It's fine. There's no secrets in here.
It's all of our secrets.
Oh my god, Ducky!
The story
That's so
behind
good.
it is that the two jammers have to fight before they're allowed to, engage with the pack, and whoever hits the ground first, well, until someone hits the ground, you can't go. So this is the moment when they knocked me over.
This looks like a Renaissance painting the more that I look at it.
Right? It's so
It
good.
does.
And even just
really
the
is
whole
wonderful.
marble bench, like suffer in the background.
And then like fucking Kung Pal's face of pure fucking joy.
Yes!
Yes.
She's so excited.
They're loving it.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's a
It's
good
like
one.
here for Reaper's face as well. It's just like the
And we just need to get this professionally painted, I think.
Can we all? If only we could replace the bears with this painting.
I know. Stupid fucking bears.
I love those bears. I'll fight for those bears.
I hate those goddamn bears. Bear with a knife.
Oh, it's so good.
Isn't it a fish?
One of the bears has a knife.
It is
It's
a,
supposed to be a fish, but
it looks like a knife.
it looks like a knife. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but it is a
My bad.
fish. It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's a knife fish.
It is a knife fish, which is a real fish.
If we're looking for a clip to go over, I think I remember when my fall was.
Okay.
I think it's I want to say 148. Is that a number?
It's like-
I
Yeah,
do.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
sorry.
it's definitely almost at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, where I actually have that noted as well. Wait, what fall?
Oh, you have it? My like big fall.
Where we huddled around you?
Yeah.
It was 119.
Oh, there you go.
I caught it when I was clipping through things, so I just noted it in case you wanted to talk about it.
Oh, well, good job.
Let's see. Let me pull it up. And I'm annoyed at myself because, like, the first time that I saved these down to post the full link, I should have just, like, jotted stuff down as, like, solid then. Because going back through the other day, I was, like, losing my mind. I was, like, seeing the same things over again.
Hicks, I need a cat tax.
Cat tax? Oh.
Oh, she didn't like that.
I do not consent.
Hold on. It's like, I don't. It's not letting me do it this nicely.
I am on the ground.
Alright, so. Alright, so I think this is the beginning of the jam. Let me switch my camera.
The butt looks really good there, though. Get it. Good.
It
You're
does.
in a really good place.
Alright, we're gonna hit play, and this is the beginning of the jam.
My butt looks great. If everybody
It looks
can-
fantastic.
You gotta look for the silver lining in any difficult situation.
Yeah.
True.
Look, lead jammer right off the bat. You're a fucking.
Well done, well done.
Well done, well done.
I think there was a couple things working in my favor for that, but
Yeah, so it's this turn here.
Take a deep breath, everybody.
I know.
Yep.
Taking my-
You think you're free, and then
Woo!
right
so
down.
ugly. It was probably the ugliest thing. And so what happened is like I landed on like the back of my rib, and all of the wind knocked out of my fucking body. And I just started like convulsing, like shaking uncontrollably, and just immediate tears. But I love this because everybody's circling around me because everybody fucking knows. Well, like one, we always do that, but two, they know that I get really fucking embarrassed when I fall.
Mhm.
And also, what you can't see is Loki who's not on my team, but she's still my coach and she still loves me very much, holding my hand, playing with my hair, telling me that I was okay. And like it was I loved the moment, as horrible as it was. It was just so beautiful for like what our team is. It's like every single person got up and every single person guarded me, even though we were playing against each other. And I fucking love Rockstar Roller Derby for that.
Yeah, this is like
fucking hurt.
This is like, another example, like, Pix was saying too, with like us looking out for each other regardless of what team we're on. Like, the competitive nature is very much there. It's a very real game. Like, it's not, planned out or anything like that. So like, we want to win when we go out there, but like, there's also just like a deeper sense of like caring for one another. And like this, taking a knee and surrounding an injured skater and turning outwards towards the crowd is kind of a go-to thing in roller derby, like across the board, not just our team. But I think it's so different, I think, from like other sports. I don't think I've ever seen another sport do this, but like you're protecting the person. You don't know how bad the injury is going to be. So like, we're on roller skates. There are broken ankles, broken collarbones, like bloody situations. Like if you get hit in the face, there's a lot of things that can happen. And like, we don't want people taking photographs of that. And we don't want people like deeply involved in those things. Unless of course the skater like says later on that that's okay to like, in this situation, like, can we share this publicly? Okay, cool. No problem. Like there's definitely, I have old pictures of me like being taken out on a stretcher. And like, I think it's like important to share that because, some people will like, you come and you watch a game and you're like from the crowd and you're like, oh, they're just like skating around. And like, it's definitely a lot more dangerous than that. And we put a lot of emphasis on training and safety to like make it as safe as possible. But there's very real risks that like we all take. And the way we protect each other.
And then she's fine. She stands up.
Yeah, she's fine.
I love how I just stand up and everyone claps. It makes my heart fill.
It is nice. It is nice when you get taken out and then like once you stand up, like, everyone's really excited. Sometimes like I think people do it for attention, not murder.
Swear to God, it's like the opposite of what I want. I was so embarrassed. I was like, does it look like I've been crying? Because I was like weeping on the floor. And then when I got up, I told Dee Dee to say that I was magically okay. As I'm skating away, I am fucking bawling my eyes out. And Raven comes up to me and she's like, do you want a do you want a whiskey ginger? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, let me go get a drink, sit down.
There are definitely some instances, and I feel like based off our quiet talks in that circle, this is one of those situations where like you actually need a minute or two to figure out if you are like
injured.
Yeah, like you like it happened so fast and like everything kind of shuts down around you and like you need to take that time to be like, am I okay? Like,
especially since you were having issues like immediate
my back.
And your back.
I had that back injury for like a month before this bout, and then the sheer crack came out of my entire spine was the most alarming. Like it was like every vertebrae was like it was so scary. I was like, I need a minute. My body's doing something weird.
Yeah. I remember that was the person next to Sassy this whole time. And I just remember like sitting there and having to comfort Sassy.
Oh my God. I was panicking. I was like, I'm the one who hit her out. And I was like, if I did something illegal and she fell, I was like going to just quit. I was like, I don't think I can have this on my conscience.
No. That shit was all me. Like I and it was so quick too. Like it was like such a split second. Like I stood up and then I immediately was just on the ground. There was nothing to do with you. You were fine. You gently tapped me. You're totally fine.
You look
like what Tiffany
adjust.
Yeah. No, you were very helpful because I was like, I need to go. Like, I was like, I need to stay here, but I really just wanted to make sure you were okay. And I was like, it felt like forever. We were sitting like that, and I was like, the longer it went, I was like, she's not okay. She's not okay.
It did feel like a really long time.
Yeah, it was so long.
I mean, it was like 30 seconds.
I like could not stop crying. Like it was insane. Like it was just
Yeah.
it was like one of those cries where it's like you weren't even trying.
Yeah.
It's just like coming out.
I think that's
But
one
yeah.
of the things too about like the intra-league games that what led me to want to like get out of like playing against other teams. Not like that other teams are out to get you. Maybe some of them are, but it's not the
Some of
same
them
level
are.
of some of them are. Some people are, but like I'm sure it's not everyone. But it's not the same level of care. So like
Mhm.
having played against other teams before and like having gotten injured and like not just like a little boo boo like taken out and like they have to call the jam dead and have like the EMT come look at you like and for like the other team to just kind of just like be over on their bench like oh well I mean it's like a normal human response, right? Like they're not invested in me as a human being, like it's fine, I
Yeah.
get it, but like having like everyone there care about the fact that like you're not okay and like having everyone look out for you like at the same time, I think
Yeah. It
makes
was a
it
very
like a
sweet
safer
moment.
place to play, like just
In general.
emotionally as well as physically.
Yeah,
Like
because nobody wanted it to happen. Like
yeah, no,
everyone genuinely wanted to make sure that everybody else was okay. So like it upset everybody because nobody wanted anybody to get hurt. And I think that's something that you don't find in a lot of sports, but like a lot of derby leagues either, you know? So I think it was very special, like watching it the first time after it happened. I just like started crying because I just thought it was like such a sweet moment, like to see everybody come together and like provide a space of protection, make sure that like I was okay, and gave me some time to like suss out my body and calm down. I just thought that was very beautiful, and I think that that's what makes our team special.
gross.
And that's
that's great.
what.
We treat
Also,
injuries
like
with-
It's also funny that Loki says gross because she set it up this way because she fucking cares about people. Ew.
Who her? Weird. Sorry.
Disgusting.
Do we want to?
I'm just like stuck on Raven's face's stuff on this cam. Sorry for that. Your face has been stuck like that for a very long
I
time.
thought that's just
Oh,
like,
really has.
I'm gonna replace my background with that face right
That's
there.
great.
it's good stuff. I
the only
mean,
thing I
since
have
we're
up.
talking about it, does anyone have a just everyone loves injuries. There's like video after video of like the worst moments in like UFC or like does anyone have like their scariest? You want to go in the room and talk about your scariest derby moment?
Hey, we got another follow. Kirnaha 8.
Oh my god, you're doing so good.
I'm
doing
so good at
Thanks for the
this.
follow.
Thanks for joining us. We're talking about injuries.
Loki, I think I
Yeah.
might already know yours, but I do want to hear it for the people. I think the people need to hear yours.
I feel like I have two over my long 12 years. Not that those were the only times that I was injured, but there's the one delightfully obvious one. I wish I had that picture handy.
I was gonna say, shoot it over.
I can find it real quick, like I think. I feel like it wasn't a part of those photos that I had just recently posted for my 12-year anniversary.
Oh, and you're real.
I was like, happy
It
12
was.
years. This was that time I got hurt real bad.
Shortly after I joined Derby is when you got. I don't think you broke your nose, but it was at Pleasant Land, and your nose got busted up real
Yeah.
good. It was like
I
literally
thought
like my
I-
second month.
I thought it was broken. I really did. And it wasn't, which is great. I just ended up with like a pretty wicked like black eye and a little bloody situation. But I like made everyone stop before like it got all cleaned up to take a picture of it because I was like I've been playing derby for like 6 years at that point and I was just like waiting for that classic like bloody nose photo and I'm like I
Yeah.
just want it so bad. So that's kind of the funny thing about like the injuries too. They're kind of like like moments of pride. You're like, I do this thing and it's so crazy. And like you still like continue to like get back up and do it over and over again, even though there's particular risks. And is that the smartest thing in the world to do? Probably, maybe not. And there's like definitely conversations that I've had with like my doctors where they're like, maybe it's time to like think about retiring. And I'm like, maybe it's time for you to think about shutting the hell up. I mean, what do
I
you
think
want to
it was
do?
you. you who told me this, Loki, about like recovery time too, because I always think it's so impressive how short it takes for people who play roller derby to recover from their injuries. Like, I've heard people like break their legs just falling down the stairs and they don't play a sport and it takes
Yeah.
them like months and months and months. And then it's like somebody who plays derby broke their fucking like shattered their femur and like was back in 6 weeks. Like it's bananas like how this sport does prepare you to like handle those things like so fucking well. I think it
Yeah,
was you that told me something about that.
I had injured my knee really badly outside of derby, and the doctor that I was working with as far as healing, like I actually shockingly didn't like injure any tendons or anything like that, but I literally tore my knee like wide open all the way down to the bone. And he like didn't understand how I was able to like walk as well as I could, or like how I could like go up the stairs and things like that. And it's because like, you work on your core and your lower body muscles so much in derby just to stay stable that then you can do things that like you didn't expect to be able to do. Where, like getting up and stuff, you get all those like core strength and like lower body strength where you like can get up off the couch in a situation where maybe like somebody wouldn't be able to because you're not working on those things on a regular basis.
I got the picture you sent me. It's up.
Oh, okay.
Loki on a stretcher.
Loki on a stretcher.
Oh,
there is some backfeed. Woo.
Yeah, there's some echo. Raven. Calls coming from inside your house.
The call is coming from inside the house. Oh, she's gone. Yeah, so this stretcher photo.
This fucking picture. Like, I can't get over it.
It was funny because it was posted and obviously posted with my permission. And I obviously wanted to be in the picture because this injury happened in the very last jam of like what was our championship game at that time. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is so wrong. Like, why would you post this?" And I'd like jump in and be like, "Hey, this is me and my injury. Totally okay with it. Like, it's kind of badass."
I was oxygen tank like between your legs.
Yeah, there's a lot. I am definitely fully boarded, like C-spine, and like everything's going on.
Yeah.
So what happened is kind of similar to like what happened to you, Murder, except for like I had like got hit by another skater at like full speed. It was a totally legal hit. It happened very quickly. I was jamming and I wanted to cut the inside very quickly. And she had lined me up for like a beautiful, beautiful hit. So what I did was drop my shoulder really quickly to try and like miss that. And so her shoulder collided with the side of my head. And then everything went black.
Hurt me.
I think it's the only time I've ever like blacked out in my life. So everything went black and I was just on the ground. And like that was pretty much it. So that was real scary. Cuz like when I mean I like lost consciousness and like regained consciousness like the second I like hit the ground. It was like you go to sleep, wake back up. Like you're up and then you're back. And it's like it felt like a cartoon, like birds tweeting around my head. It was wild, but like it was scary because like the EMTs immediately ran out, I think because they saw that like I had actually lost consciousness and like they were like, do not move like any part of your body. And you're just like, you have this moment of like, like, is my neck broken? Am I okay? Did they see something I didn't see? And like, from my understanding, it looked real bad. Like, so that was obviously like a
it sounds like she checked your neck. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing about it too. Like, this was also an intra-league game, so it was like our teams versus each other, like our internal teams, and like she was by my side the whole time. So it was a skater named Weed Whacker, really good, really solid blocker. Again, like even now, like 6 years later, I'm just like there was absolutely nothing wrong with what she did. I dipped down into the hit, thinking that at worst I would like collide shoulders with her, but I dipped further down than expected, and her shoulder just right in like, obviously we're wearing a helmet, but like right in the temple area, and I was just like gone. So they took me out on the stretcher, went on a little vacation to the hospital, did a CAT scan, which is It's hard to see in that picture, but like if you zoom in, I have like full skeleton face makeup.
Yes, I love
It's the
that.
best. That's my favorite
that's
part. I was
real.
about to
Let's get
about
as
to
close
break
as
down.
we can.
Yeah, I was about
Oh
to
my
break
God.
down my favorite part of these pictures, and that's one of them. The other
Yeah.
thing that I love about this is that you're like, obviously you can't look at the camera because you're in a fucking neck brace. You're staring straight up. Everybody around you looks fucking gleeful to be there.
Right.
Like they're like you're not. It's like you're not even in a stretcher.
You won, okay?
Energy. Yeah, and that's what I love about it. And it's just such a fucking awesome picture because you're just like barely there. Like mentally, probably you're probably like I don't know where I am right now, and everybody's smiling.
Yeah.
It's the funniest
When I say it was
picture.
the last jam of the game, it was 100% the last jam. We won.
Yeah.
And they were like wheeling me out, and they were like taking the team photos, and I was literally like, "Put me in the picture,
Put me in.
put me in, don't take me out, coach, put me in." So yeah, it's just
That is so funny.
a whole big thing. But when they did my CAT
Same.
scan, that was hilarious because the like techs, like the X-ray technician, was like, "Oh, look, I don't have to do much. Your skull is exposed at this point." So it's fun too, because like the local hospital, they'll be like, depending on the time and like what you're wearing, and if you have belt makeup on, they'll be like roller derby, and you're like, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
They just know.
they know, they
It's
know.
I do
amazing.
love, like, not that I get full face painted up, but like if you have to make stops before you go to the bout, it's a great
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah,
No
my
idea
favorite
what you're talking about.
my favorite thing is like, Raven has to go to Costco to pick up our Gatorade and snacks before the bout. And Raven goes hard with bout makeup. So like
So
she's like
hard.
100% sitting in line with like full skull makeup. Like, hey, how are you doing today?
So good.
No, that was
Okay.
me with the raccoon face. I'm like, I just walk in, just dead face, like, all right, yep, I'm a raccoon. You are seeing what you're seeing. It's fine.
Yeah, they
I
always
feel
ask
like-
me at the liquor store if I'm a pro wrestler, and I just say yes.
Yes.
Of course.
I mean,
Like, what are you, a wrestler? I'm like,
not far
Yeah.
off.
yeah.
A wrestler
Exactly
in
right.
space.
Sure
Pretty
am.
much.
Don't ask too many
I
questions.
sent you
don't want
the
too many
stupid
answers.
bloody nose picture too, just
Oh
because.
my,
I was
actually,
talking
that's my
about it.
skate in the background. Yeah, I was so funny. This is my old ass fucking shirt grip.
Oh, is it you?
Yeah, that's my skate.
Hey.
That is the
That's a-
picture. That's what
that was
I
a
was
minute ago.
referencing. It was very fresh
I
after I
love it.
started Derby.
It's amazing. What a good
Yeah,
picture.
that little cut on the top of my nose just spread
Yeah.
it into like a gigantic black eye. So that
Mm.
was a pretty good time.
Jesus.
That was just during practice, not even during a game. And this
Yeah.
is like where these types of things can happen. So we were doing a particular drill, and it's like one of the difficult things I think about being like a short person sometimes in roller derby, because my face tends to like line up with people's wrists and elbow pads the way that I skate. So she shifted her weight, and her arm kind of threw backwards, and like nothing intentional, and just wrist guard like right into the nose and straight up my face. And
Ouch.
that's where
Do
that.
you break your nose?
I don't think so. I mean, if I
Oh,
did,
because it
it's
looks
still
pretty fucking
broken.
bad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't look
Kinda,
great there.
maybe a little bit. I
Of
just
all
left
the
it.
blood on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yeah, there was a lot of blood.
So good.
Yeah. But yeah, those were fun times. I mean, but
Yeah.
for having skated for 12 years and only having, very few like real scary moments, like I feel like that's pretty
Mhm.
solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean, I would agree. I think the injury we went over earlier was probably the scariest moment I've had.
Yeah.
But Sassy, have you ever had an injury? Like, I feel like you've never had one, right? On
I
fucking
feel
Knock
like
on
I
wood.
don't.
Knock on
Don't
wood.
even want to answer the question. Where's the
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've had no. Other than like that bruise I had on my fucking hip from when I was trying to learn to jump, I just kept falling.
Yeah.
That wasn't really too badass of a bruise. I mean, the bruise was
Yeah.
fucking intense, but it wasn't a super cool
You're like, the
reason.
way I acquired it was my fault.
Right, I literally just
Oh.
jumped over and over and over again.
I do have one other moment that I've had. My titty flop that happened happened at practice, like a couple years ago. I titty flopped so hard that searing pain in my chest immediately, and I just went to the back doors and threw up all over the steps. About how hard it was. But it was the funniest thing because everybody's like, what happened? And I was like, titty flop? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I just literally fell directly on top of my tits. Like, nothing else hurt, just my tits. It was the worst. Wait.
That like knocked the wind out of you. That was like.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. And Pix, didn't you hurt your knee recently?
I did, but that wasn't from roller derby. It was from park skating.
What do I tell you guys?
We were just talking about this yesterday. We were just talking about it.
Yeah,
what do I tell you?
Fall, and I guess it like messed up my IT band, which is like a bunch of tendons on the side of your thigh, and then
information technology band, yes.
Yeah. And what happened was my body just forgot how to use its muscles when I squatted. So it put a lot of strain on my knee instead of using all the other core and butt muscles that I have. So
it's horrifying.
Yeah. So I had to do physical therapy, and I have to keep up with it, or or keep doing the exercises, or my knee will get angry again.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So no more park skating.
We learn.
Okay.
What did we learn?
Right, I have to look at this dog looking at me. I'm sorry. I was like, I feel like I'm being watched, and I just like look over my shoulder and I see this bitch like staring straight at me.
Pepper's like, yeah.
I saw her wandering around in the background.
Somebody's watching me.
I'm like, it's like a horror movie. It's okay, puppy. I'm almost done.
The thing about, I mean, park skating. I have feelings.
Me too.
But mostly because I'm selfish and I don't want someone to get hurt skating outside of Derby because I need you to skate Derby.
Yeah.
But y'all can do whatever you want. But something about these younger skaters, except for
youngins.
she's a grown-ass woman and should be an example. One, there's like obviously park skating, and then there's roller derby, and a lot of times there'll be like a bunch of skaters that are like, oh my god, Loki, you should come like park skate with us on the ramp, it'll be like super fun. And I'm like, absolutely 100% no. I'm not gonna do it.
No,
okay,
thank you.
Here's the thing. Is it super cool and do I love that for you? Yes. Do I love it for me? No. Because I'm personally I'm somewhere near 40. I'm very close to 40.
30 or 40 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 30 or
some
40.
Number between some 30 and 40.
Closer to the 4. I am just like, is roller derby not cool enough? Like, do I need to add additional risk into my roller skating repertoire? Or can I just stick with the one cool thing that I do? But here's why, me personally. So there's a lot of skaters I've skated with over the years who retired from roller derby and then proceeded to like park skate like just for funsies. And almost every single one of them either like broke their femur or like their ankle when like none of those things happened to them in derby. So I'm just like, I just like, maybe it's a curse. And I like I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you though. Like I don't need that extra chance because I could hurt myself outside. Additional. Like you fucking like hurt your knee just in your driveway. Like
yeah,
and it's on a ramp on wheels.
It's very much so roller derby's fault that it was as bad as it was because like we train to fall forward, fall to one knee, fall to two knees. When you're wearing, $100 knee pads that are like this thick,
there we go.
It's great when you're on your driveway with your bare knee and you fall to one knee when you've lost your balance and land on a rock and it splits your knee wide open. It's not as awesome.
Her knee looked like a shark.
I will spare people that photo because I feel like
I think that one is like too graphic for the internet.
Right, I know. It would have to be like you want to opt in to that, but
although the stitched up one with the crying eyeballs is pretty great.
Yeah,
I have to read Raven's
Well-
comment. Not me only breaking a bone skating down a ramp to get to a
Oh, yeah.
fucking flat surface. This is fuck ramps.
Grips.
That's
No,
a
when we
true
were at the
story.
mall yesterday,
Skating. It is a different type of skating, which is very fun. And I will say it saved my mental health during the pandemic when I couldn't
Oh
skate.
yeah.
Don't make it sad.
No, it's hopeful. I don't know.
I think it's
but
weird
it's very
because I
fun, but it is different. It's not
Yeah.
for
tried to do the whole park skating. I could see the appeal in it, but I just wanted to skate. Like I didn't want to like do tricks. I just wanted to like trail skate.
Yeah.
I found that to be like a little bit more peaceful. Like I think it's like the same as doing like laps at Derby kind of thing, where you can't think of anything else doing the laps. And I think ramp skating is super cool looking, but fuck, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like it's like we're like I don't want anything to do with that, which is kind of like a compliment to those of you who do it, because like
Yeah,
it
it's
does look really
intense.
cool, and it's definitely a skill. It's just like a skill I don't want
Yeah.
And that's
for
fine.
me. But I love
It's-
watching your videos.
I love that journey for you. Like
I love that journey for
I
you.
love that journey for you.
specifically, away from
you and only you.
yeah, when we were at the mall yesterday, it was like they're like, go down the ramps, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like going forward and like try it backwards. I'm like, I'm fine. I am
Thank
feeling
you.
good what I'm doing right now. I'm like, I do not want to go
The
backwards.
Coventry Mall is like super slick floors. Even when I did, like, the ramp is just like the handicap ramp, but like you pick up some
Yeah.
speed going down that little fucking thing.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was so dusty and like terrible. So all of our wheels.
Oh, I didn't
were
even think about that. They probably
God.
haven't cleaned.
absolutely not.
Oh man, I wish
terrible.
we could go back in time to like the heyday of mall skating when we went there, when like it was like the mall was like packed. There were like people
Oh,
there were like
yeah.
skating around to like all the stores and like saying hi to people, and
That
it was
was a
so
good
much
time.
fun.
A few
So
random
good.
people there. There was like two teenage-esque boys. Then again, I say anybody younger than me is probably a teenager. But they were like, "Oh, you guys, how do I get to be a part of this?" And we're like, "Get skates." Like,
Yeah.
and we pitched
Get
it
Get
to
skates.
get skates. It's like, do you want to know how you skate? Get skates. But they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna post this
Aw.
all over the internet," and they like took videos of Fury and Nicoletta doing things because they actually park skate.
Yeah, they got their badass moves.
was amazing.
Duck Hunt.
Ducky.
The first time she saw us was when we skated at the mall, and she worked at FYE.
So cute.
That
I
is,
love
didn't know that. I don't know how we didn't know that.
Yeah,
Maybe
how
I
did you
just
know
didn't know
that?
that. I love that.
Also,
fun
how
fact.
How did I not know you worked at FYE? I worked
Yeah,
there
Murder
too.
also worked at FYE. The one at the Coventry Mall, Murder?
Yeah. Yep.
I almost worked at the Coventry Mall, but then I went back to Hollywood Video.
Worked at the Coventry Mall.
I sure
Hot
did.
topic. That's actually, I met a couple of skates. That's actually how I started way back in 2010. The ladies that had started up Pottstown Roller Derby Rockstars originally, like, came into Hot Topic because like we were all about like fishnets and all that good shit. So they were talking to me, and I was like, I have all of the knee-high socks and fishnets to sell to you. And then they were like, you should do this. And I was like, you're insane. And like now, 12 years later, I'm like, I guess that was a good idea. But
Yeah.
I need to know
Good
more
old
about
Coventry
Ducky's
Mall.
comment. That they're the
Ducky,
reason
sure.
that FYE at the mall was closed. What does that mean?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
How
Got
are
some
you the
other
reason?
tea.
How
Ducky,
are
get
you
in
the
this
reason you got
chat.
that closed?
Ducky, join.
What the fuck are you doing?
Also,
Get in
I'm
here.
curious to hear everyone else's stories of how they got into roller derby too.
We could have a whole stream just for that. We also need more content in the next like 20 days, so let's do this Friday. What are you guys doing Friday the 6th? We'll talk about how we joined Rockstar Roller Derby.
I will be in Philadelphia, but
Oh, right,
you can
that's
tell,
why we couldn't do it then.
you can
couldn't
tell
do
my
this then.
story for
Can you like
me
write it
because I
and
tell
I'll read
everybody.
it dramatically?
I'm sure everybody knows. I tell it every time I get drunk and I get emotional
Our
and start
viewers
crying.
don't know.
Right,
I'll
the
bring
viewers.
in the tears for you as well. I'll bring in the tears.
I'll write it down for you.
Write it down and I'll do a dramatic reading of your
Hey,
How
got
I-
another
how I
follower. Thank
how
you
I
so
made
much.
this mistake.
Joel's Music YLG. Thanks for the follow.
Oh yeah, Joel's music YLG.
That
Good
one
job.
was a little bit
Jesse,
easier.
you read
Thank
that
you.
one all right.
Some of them are okay. But these usernames that come through, you're just like, I don't know. Are those words? Or are they just letters gone together? Maybe it's an initials that I don't know anything about.
Sassy, I sent you my sad face knee. I don't know if anyone wants to see it, but I
Oh,
do
God.
love seeing injuries.
Oh god, it's so disgusting.
No, but I made it cute.
Oh wait,
Surgery, but make it fashion.
But like, make it adorable, make it tolerable. Oh, it's so gross.
Here, I
But
can
it took
show
me out of Derby for many months, which was really upsetting. So I had to
really?
like bench manage. I was
All
pretty
right.
upset about it.
There's a knee coming with some stitches, but
Not safe for work.
if you just want to look
Is
away
sensitive
for a
content.
minute,
Underselling
I will
it.
leave it up.
You're
Here.
selling it, man.
So I'm gonna
Disgusting.
here.
There we go. See, I gave
It's
everyone
not
a warning.
safe for the internet.
But look at the little
No, this
eyes.
one's
It's a
like
sad.
censored.
Yeah. This is definitely better than the other one. I was waiting for pics to come through with that one
Disgusting.
eye, like looking.
Just
My God. All right,
So
I'll take that
gross.
down. I think
Love it.
Yeah. Not
One,
safe for life.
the picture
Is it
before it got stitched up is disgusting. It's
Oh,
it
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like
Yeah,
If you
that's
want to
not
see it in
great.
practice sometime, I'll pull it up for you. That was a good time.
it's fucking yucky.
Well, I think the best part was like they didn't have to do an MRI because they could actually physically see if there were any like tendons torn or anything.
just move this little flap.
I thought you were
And
gonna
then we'll
sneeze. I was gonna be like, bless you, but that.
Oh god, that was so fucking gross.
So it's like non-derby related, but derby related injury because it happened because of the way that I had been trained to fall for years and years.
It's
So
happened to me at like concerts where like I've gotten like pushed suddenly and I've just went on both knees.
yep.
It's the fucking worst. I fucking hate it.
But you definitely
I-
get like some perks from derby at
Yeah.
concerts about
Yeah,
holding
moving
your space and
through a
not giving it
crowd.
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
moving through a crowd,
Yes.
like keeping people's spaces. Like there's so many times like where me, Loki, and Raven went to a concert and one of us had to use the bathroom and the two of us stood there like the whole time, like I'll fucking
I mean,
kill you if you
literally
try to come
just-
here.
Anything at a concert, all your derby skills come into play.
Yeah, it's oh my
All
god,
of
I
them.
love it. I love it for like anytime I've gone out and like we're trying to find somebody that wandered off like while we were at the bar. I'm like, I'll go find them and I like weave through a fucking crowd in 2 seconds, grab them and bring them back.
Use those jammer skills.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
I?
the fucking best.
I know we've used them to get to like
My
the front before
nose.
too for like the
Yep.
less violent concerts.
Yep.
I think we did it at Bush. That was a good time.
Yeah, we
Like how
did.
close can we get to the front?
Yeah.
And it definitely wasn't like a heavy like violent crowd like some of like the metalcore shows
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
go to, but like it was so easy to like see the path.
Yeah.
Or like
I mean,
look for
I
the
was
holes, look for the
trying
holes.
to-
Yeah.
The whole like
Like
he's
we're not
right
even
there
pushing
thing.
people.
I was literally trying to make sure everyone could see that Gavin was walking towards us. I was like, it's right there.
We're all like, where? Like
Right
directly
there!
behind you. Maybe
I
he
was
did roller
trying-
derby too, because he weaved through that crowd like a
I
boss.
Really did, yeah. Like we weren't even there.
Yeah. It's like he didn't even see us. as
No.
well. Crazy.
But so we could do this next Sunday, the 8th. I'm sure we'll have the fresh meat event up by then, and we can do a little, I don't know, how we joined Derby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be
Sunday
fun.
the 8th.
I like that.
We'll lock it in.
I love that like Rex is in here but has been silent.
Rexy, I want Ducky to come in here and tell us about how they got them all the FYE clothes. I'm just hanging on the edge
A
of this
story for another day.
another time. Rexy?
Thanks for joining us, folks.
Rexy.
Dahlia, do you have a clip from the bout you wanted to share? I'm not sure if we shared it already.
1-8. We didn't. That's the ping pong with Ducky, right?
Yeah.
So we can watch. It's like at the very end, I think, right? Because I tried
Yeah,
to
it was,
watch
like,
it to figure out
literally-
where it was.
Yeah, it was like literally right at the end, and I just like knocked her right over. You can see her like fly into the inner oval. It's actually quite humorous.
So we'll watch the whole ping pong, but
How
yeah,
dare
it is
you.
at the end. And like I'm annoyed. I think there's like someone in the way. But let's see what I have it right here. 38 minutes. When
38
ping
is where
pong
ping
starts.
pong starts.
So ping pong was a fun. Say fun. It's very exhausting.
Good.
Talk about the
Like,
things
so
that are
fun,
exhausting
right?
at the FUNdraiser Bout. Fucking ping pong.
Is this the same ping pong where like on the other side of it, I just grab Nuka and like?
I think that was later on. Wasn't that later in the bout? This
It was
is like
definitely.
early
I think it
on.
was like. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying this was like at the end of
Oh no.
the
Oh,
game.
the moment that Dolly is talking about is at the end of the ping pong round.
The end of the ping pong.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, so it's playing. I think just
Prepping for ping pong.
Yeah, it's like Dee Dee announcing
Little
it.
pong prep. Should we explain what this was?
Yes, 100%.
So
Go ahead, Logie.
the way ping pong works, I don't know if you want to pause it because you don't want to miss like the fancy moment.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's fine.
This
It's
is like a
paused, it's
mini
ready.
game that we created for FUNdraiser Bout. So they don't usually, like, the only time you're really going to see it is like this one time a year because it is incredibly exhausting because it's constant jammer wall contact. So the teams are split. So on one side of the track, you have one wall from, I think on the side that we are watching, it's the Marvel team, so the red wall, versus 4 jammers from the black team. And the jammers are alternating like entry.
So you'll see like
Entry
Raindrop
into the
and Duck
wall.
Hunt are on this side. So these are the 2 jammers from DC, and then on the other side of the track, there's 2 more jammers.
Yeah. So
Whoever
the
they
wall
are.
will block one jammer in that space between the jammer line and the pivot line until they get across the line, and they have to turn around and reset their wall as the other jammer is like immediately coming back in. So that goes on constantly for 60 seconds back and forth. And like from a wall standpoint, your goal is to slow the jammers down enough that they're not acquiring a point as often. So every time the jammer gets through, as long as it's legal and gets on the other side of that line, that team gets a point. So you're, as a wall, all you want to do is slow it down so they're getting the least amount of points possible. You're not ever going to like shut them down and completely. So just slow it down, keep it under control, which is so easy to say out loud. But when there's
Yes.
4 different jammers with 4 different styles attacking your wall, one right after the other, like in 10-second intervals, it gets really crazy and it's super exhausting. So then like on the other side of the track, it's the same things going on with the opposing team. So there's a DC black team wall on the other side versus 4 of the Marvel red team jammers. So that's what you're looking at. It's a wild time. I love it.
Yeah, I wish
I
we
love
could
it
have
so
the
much.
clip of you and Nuka fighting, but I'm pretty
Oh my
sure
God,
that was
It's
on the
probably
other
on the other
side that you
but
wouldn't be able to see either. But
you might be able to. It's
maybe.
pretty open over there.
But we'll start playing. So this will go through the whole round. How long is the ping pong? A minute?
60 seconds.
60
yeah.
seconds. All right, cool.
Oh my god, it always feels like so much longer.
It's,
Yeah, so I'm on the inside there, and it's on the last pass. So Ducky will be coming from this side again. Oh god, it was Butters and Fury. Criminy.
Yeah, Butters, Fury, Rain, and Duck Hunt were our jammers.
Get out of here, Carnage.
Jeez, Carnage. God, I love this. This is like literally
This is
one of
like
my
the
favorite things.
most chaotic part of the game is this
Yeah.
Good.
ping pong.
It's really good too, I think, from a jammer standpoint to like work on making a quick decision, because what you're looking for when you go into that is for the blockers to not be paying attention to an area because they're still technically paying attention to that other jammer.
And I also think it's actually good for blockers because you're literally making very quick decisions the whole time. Like it's just nonstop. Like, where do I need to be right now? Where's everyone else?
There it was.
Yeah. It's such a shame that Rain was like covering it.
She was right there.
Yeah, but it's literally like right here. So like Duck Hunt comes up, and then right here she just like knocks her to the ground. So
you can see her little skates down.
Sorry. On the other side, I think it's really funny. There's a point where Skama Mia is trying to get across the line. I didn't even register it at the time. She just tumbles. Look.
I gotta watch it again. That was so good.
I was like,
tuck and
okay,
roll,
bye.
baby, tuck and roll.
It's just so fucking
All right,
funny to
Scott's
me.
coming back right now.
So good.
You gotta get
Yeah,
creative.
you just
Yeah.
get across the line. Doesn't matter how.
Yep, it doesn't
I think
matter.
I've said this a lot, like, to skaters, because we obviously like want to like perform at our best, and like, there's things that people get in their own heads about, and especially if you are jamming, there's like a lot of pressure, because for us as skaters, every role is just as important. Like, everyone has like the same amount of just like importance to the game, but like from a crowd perspective, what people's eyes are drawn to the most is the jammers, because they're watching them to like watch for points being scored. So like if you fall down as a jammer, like some like get really upset, or they lost lead jammer because of that. And I'm like, what you need to realize is, like, even watching something like this, to see someone get hit like that, fall, literally roll because of the momentum, and then immediately get back up and like go
So
right back in
impressive.
again. Like, from a like crowd and like it's awesome from our perspective anyway, but like from a crowd perspective, having watched roller derby for the first time and like not playing it, I'm like, I don't know how they get back up. I would never be able to get back up. Like, that's the initial reaction. And like, once you're in it and you're doing it, when you see on video how quickly you're just like back up and back in it, despite like
And
having
like
been
not
like
affected by it, just
like virtually unaffected. You're just like, I'm in, I don't care. So like, that's definitely something to remember from like a skater perspective. Like, it looks so awesome, like, to the crowd,
And the
and they're just
crowd's
like,
just like,
holy shit. Plus, with all the equipment, the skates, the helmets, the elbow pads, the knee pads, the way that sounds when you hit the ground is awesome. Like, it's so loud, and it's just like, boom, and then you're just like back up again, and you're like, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna keep going. Pretty awesome.
My sister always like reminds me of that. Like, anytime she's come to one of our bouts, and I talk about how I was like so embarrassed that I fell during this jam, she's like, but like you got back up and you like scored a bunch of points. Like, why are you upset?
I don't even think the crowd notices if
like,
people fall.
she's like,
it's just.
I didn't even realize you fell, and I'm like, oh, I did. But it's like,
I remember.
It's such a
I mean, it's like
good
slow
perspective to
motion
remember.
for you. Like, when it's you and it's
right?
happening, you're like, oh my god, I'll like never get up again. It took me 3 minutes to get up, and really it took you like less than 3 seconds. But there's like everyone staring at me. I'm completely fucked up, and you're just like, not really. You really didn't.
Took you 2 seconds to get up, and then you were fine. That's a good point to remember.
Yeah, I know I struggle with that. Especially like the I've fallen, and then you just keep getting back up and you feel like it's taking you longer and longer. I don't know how much I struggle with that still.
Have like so many anecdotes from so many games that are like just hilarious to me, but like looking back, I just thought about this because I love seeing the crowd sometimes and like their reactions. And I, during a game at some point, kind of rolled my ankle, but it wasn't bad, and I didn't want the EMTs to look at it because they'll make you sit out for 3 jams. So like, if you have to stop it and like get assessed by the EMT as a safety precaution, we have you sit out for the next 3 jams just to like assess the injury and make sure like you're good to go back out. So I like waved them off and took my skate off, duct taped my ankle because I didn't want to ask for an ace bandage because then I'd have to get the EMT involved. Duct tape my ankle, put my skate back on, and there was like this like older gentleman in the crowd, and his face was just like, he was just like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And it's just like, it's fun. It's fun to think about like those
crowd,
like why you do it. I mean, we're definitely doing it for like the love of the game and the camaraderie and like the sisterhood of it, but then also like I love crowd reactions. Like, awesome.
My favorite thing is like Loki, I know like you weren't feeling your best for this fundraising bout because you had a lot of stuff going on before, like not feeling so well, and I remember coming up to you and telling you what the crowd was saying about you, because my sister was like eavesdropping on everybody, and all the people that were in her section were like, that Loki chick, she's like in a league of her fucking own. Like, holy shit. Like, they were just going on and on about you. And you were just like, really? I think I'm doing so bad. I'm so tired. And I was like, apparently not. Like, apparently you're doing fucking
Literally,
awesome.
like, between every jam, I'm just like,
like, I'm exhausted. I'm going to die. I haven't eaten any protein in 6 days.
I definitely like and I think that's probably the case for everybody because that was part of my little like pep talk before we started. Like, show me the best version of you for the game. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And if you show me that, that's going to be perfect and no complaints whatsoever. And like everyone played, having gone so long without doing something public, having so many skaters that like either had recently attained the ability to scrimmage or came from other teams and had learned our stuff that hadn't played with us before. There's a lot of things that really could have gone wrong, and like looking at practices and like from a coaching perspective, like being concerned with like people not being in control as I'd like them to be, or people falling a lot, or like falling backwards, which is like my biggest pet peeve. Like that's the scariest thing for me. So if I see someone falling backwards all the time, like I tend to pull them because I don't want you to break your neck or like have a serious concussion. Like, so, having had that little pep talk beforehand and then seeing everyone play, like everyone really brought like their best possible version and their A game, like to this game. And like, I feel like for me personally, like I play very differently during a game than I do at practice. Like, not that I'm not going as hard at practice, but like you're thinking about a lot of things, you're trying to learn new things, you're trying to change things up, and then like seeing myself and everyone else apply all of those things like we practice and like fucked up and practice and like fixed and like practiced over and over again, and seeing it all come together and everyone just like putting it out there. That was like a really, really awesome thing to see. That was it was a great game from that perspective, like from coaching and like watching everybody. And I'm like, look at all my little babies, like bringing it up
Love
a notch, showing me
that.
what they're made of. And then I can't wait till we go back to practice so you can disappoint me again and we can start all
Yeah,
over.
it's gonna be great. I love
It's
that,
just the
Brad.
cycle that keeps on going.
It's a cycle, I mean,
Yeah.
like if you weren't doing that, and I don't know if it's because you continuously want me to have a job, which I appreciate, I guess,
Yeah.
because then, I
You're
can't
welcome.
retire. If you do it on purpose for
No,
my sake, I love
absolutely.
that. That's really great. But yeah, it was, especially considering that this was a fundraiser game where things change. Like, normally we're out there with 4 blockers. 3 is kind of like the maximum or the minimum number of blockers that we have if there's a penalty, like an actual major penalty. So seeing a situation where there's just 1 blocker, like Rexy, who was 1 blocker alone, and
Oh my
still our team
gosh.
managed to get lead jammer, which was
It was
amazing.
insane.
I
It was
wish
so crazy.
Oh man, I wish you could get a good view of that one. I don't even know when that happened, but Rexy
I don't either. I think it was
did
from the
so
other side
good.
too, so
Yeah.
it all would have happened in like turn 1, so you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't see it from this perspective. But yeah, there's a lot of things that, changed the game entirely. So that makes it a little bit more difficult to like keep things under control. As much as you can control chaos, but it was really great. Real proud, y'all. Real proud.
Everyone
Mr.
did
Clown
great.
Baby has entered the chat.
I was gonna say, I
Clown
couldn't tell that was
baby.
And he's exited. And he's back.
And we're back.
I'm a merciful host like
And
We
he's
can
not
hear
muted.
your secret
Mr. Clown
conversation.
Baby.
Hear you're talking shit, Justin.
We know
I mean,
what's
Clown,
going
Mr. Clown
on in
Baby
your
and Doc
house.
Evil had like the best seats in the house. So I mean,
Really did.
For
I feel
sure.
like
Can you do your cute little scroll thing and see if you can find that other ping pong? I don't know if you can see it, but man.
it happened at the end of every jam, right? Or every round, right?
Every round, yeah. It's definitely, I think it's the last ping pong that we did. Where I was just over ping pong. And I was like, how do I shut this down? And grab one of the jammers and just not let go.
That's so exhausting.
Alright, so that's me and Ska on the... So Ska and I ended the jam. I ended the round, I think, right? So... Sorry. Carry on while I...
Carry on my wayward son.
Oh wait, I think it's the...
No. Maybe.
That looks like ping pong.
This is definitely ping pong, whether or not it's not... I don't know what round this is.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Here, we'll go back to... Yeah, you can actually see more from over there than I was expecting.
Yeah, I didn't...
Side
Here
we go. It's happening right now! Oh man, the Plinko board, and there we go.
I mean...
At this angle...
I think my favorite part is like literally the rest of my team is just like standing there like hands on their hips like
yeah, we were just waiting. I was like, eventually they're gonna stand up, right? So we'll just wait for that to happen. I guess you were waiting for a brawl breaker to get in there.
Literally anybody. A whistle, a brawl breaker.
Something.
I was just sitting on the jam line enjoying the break. I was like, this is nice.
It was a break for everyone but me. I was like, wait, I've made a mistake.
Right.
I think I found a little
because
bit
fighting
of, like,
is so exhausting.
Nemesis and Nuka, even our jammer duel, I was like, I found her afterward and was like, it was like fighting a mirror because she has the same fighting style as I do. She's like, I was trying to suplex you. She's like, I grabbed the underneath of your leg at the exact same time I grabbed like under her thigh, and then we were just like at this like really violent headlocked stalemate situation. And I'm like, I could just like touch a knee to the ground and be done with it, but at that point I was like, no, it's on. Oh, a little jam
Oh yeah,
dance.
I'm like how everyone's dancing.
Little jam dance going on.
Murder? Is that Murder on the ground in the bag? Someone's laying on the ground. I think it's Murder and Peach.
It's me and Butters, and I think I referenced this and nobody remembered it, but we literally laid down for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We're so tired, and like there was like conversations going on and everyone's dancing, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down.
I'm just gonna
Butters is
lay
the
down.
queen of like a quick nap during during practice.
Yeah, she gets in her like Z's real quick, and then she'll get up and fucking demolish
like, we're
everybody.
back in the game.
Yeah.
And then she'll go and lay back down.
So this must be the beginning of round 4. Oh, we got another follower.
Sparkles.
Oh boy. Droptacular. Droptacular ROPC. Hello. Thanks for the follow.
Droptacular would be a really great derby name, honestly.
Right? I like it.
I like Droptacular.
Solid.
Solid. Yeah.
Great job, person. Whoever you are.
You make great choices in life.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's like round 4 is where it really got into a lot of like blockers being off of the track too, for sure. Like minimal blockers.
Yeah.
What are all the things that we did to people? There were jammer delays where
every
had
jam.
a 10-second delay. Every jam.
Which never, sorry Raven, but that can't happen next time.
First of all,
I
said that couldn't happen this time.
I thought about it too late, but I was like, I should have refunded her money. I should have just went into Venmo and sent it right back. But
so
like,
the
no,
way
sorry.
the way that it's supposed to work is that you can only buy for the upcoming round and not beyond that. So if something is sold out, it's sold out. You can't reserve it for the next round. You got to get back in line so that there's like a level of fairness to everybody. So you can get in, give more people an opportunity. Also, maybe I'll
started it.
Maybe so what? He got in there and he paid for
it. Yeah.
We're gonna take away the skater's ability to do it. You can't do it if you're playing. You can't do it.
What I'm saying.
Remember when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck over Murder and I'm gonna make her jam 3 times in a row," and then I did it successfully, and I turned to him and I said, "Thank you for the 32 points that I just got. Appreciate it, asshole."
32 points.
I was.
You probably got.
I like said.
Points.
I said that, and I turned around and I was like, "I'm so tired."
Yeah, you're like real strong face to the crowd. You're like, and you like
you.
sit down on the bench and you're just like,
I need a minute.
Weeping openly.
Don't show weakness. Don't show weakness.
literally picks in like round 4 because it was like her family was like, yeah, we're just gonna make her do things, and she kept coming back like, oh. We're like, are you sure you're good to go back out? And you're just like, yep, I'm good.
Like I thought I was
Yeah.
tired, and then Suffer and Pix, man.
No, Suffer's family fucked her over, and we like went over and we
Did her
like talked to them
dirty.
about it. We're just like,
This is
Vin,
not helping.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop buying your daughter stuff. It's fucking her over. And he was like, what? What do you mean?
You think this is fun for me?
Yeah, and she's like, Dad, I'm so tired. Please stop.
Please no.
Oh my gosh.
I remember asking
Yeah,
my
we
There's
heard-
parents.
Kevin.
I'll just put this push cards on for funsies while we're
Oh, yeah.
talking. But does anyone have another moment? I have gone through all the moments I had prepared. It was a good fucking time. 10/10 would recommend.
I sent you
amazing.
the. I can't like save the video, but it was on Facebook from another photographer of Butters and I just like shutting down Reefer on the outside, and it was a nice close up, which I enjoy. It was a good moment for me because I have the very like I don't give a shit attitude. Like I do it, and then I'm just like, what? What are you gonna do about it? But I don't know. I don't know if you want your Facebook up on there.
Oh, there's certain things I can show. Maybe not my full man. I guess it depends on how I can pull it up.
I think you've like.
But all my screens are.
Auto.
I thought this was
I
starting.
wish I could have saved the video, but I didn't. I don't know. It won't.
Yeah, no, that was good. I saw that. I think that was near our bench. That whole jam was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right in turn 1, like right off the jam start.
Yes, this was my favorite push cards because you can see Reaper attempting to grab.
Is this when that happens?
What are you doing?
It's Peach.
Literally, Reaper is just.
What are you doing, Murder? Right in front of the camera.
What am I doing? Like, literally, what am I doing? Why am I there?
Why are you not at your bench?
Right.
I know.
There is a game happening.
Like,
I'm just casually talking.
Hey guys,
Look
what's
at
Hey,
you,
how you doing?
What are you
Thanks for
doing later
coming out.
tonight? Really good
Oh,
to
it's
see
Shell.
you.
It's Shell and her boyfriend Wes.
So.
Hey, girl. I just think it's so.
Oh,
I just got.
God, I'm working. Let me get back at it. Sorry.
By the way, I got somewhere to be.
I'm pretty sure it was
Talk to you guys later.
Loki who screamed at me at that moment too because I jumped.
Like, oh shit!
You can see her scolding you.
Yeah.
She's doing the what?
It's so
happens when you have ADHD and play.
Why do I feel like I'm about to fight? Oh, me and Scott, or no, it's me and Nuke. Nuke was fairly hard to do the jammer duel
She's
with.
Vicious,
right?
Yeah.
She goes hard.
Amazing. I also loved her skirt.
Yes, it was so cute.
Yeah.
I think when we jammer dueled, I grabbed the back of her skirt when she tried to skate away, and then like a moment, I was like, "Oh no!" And then I was like, "Oh, she has leggings on it. It's fine."
Yeah.
It's fine.
Your uniform's fair game to me. I don't care.
Yeah, it's true.
Did we go over when Ska got peached at the end?
You can't see that because it's at the jam start, but that is like such a good moment.
It was so good.
I could pull up the picture of Scott and her people's elbow to me, but I think there's also a picture. Is there a picture of that happening?
People's elbow.
Scott got peached. No, when Scott got peached, I think there is a picture.
Her face.
Because like Peach is like ready to go, and Scott's like, oh.
Yeah.
If you
beautiful.
If you go into
law.
If you go to share those pics, I'm pretty sure it's there. Yep.
Yeah. Well, okay. If you guys don't mind me doing that on Twitch, we're gonna do that now, I guess.
I love that my father is featured in this still, just like suspiciously looking at the raffle table.
All right, how far do I gotta scroll? Okay.
From 12:13.
Oh yeah, this is the people's elbow. All right, make it bigger. That was
That's
against
so good.
me and Scott and a jammer duel. And Scott also is like a feisty little thing. My goodness. Oh, yeah,
He
here
is.
it is.
I was
This
hit
is
by
like
her
my
once and it
favorite
fucking-
picture. It's so good.
It's so good.
Love it. She
My
looks
gosh.
both like Scott looks both entertained and extremely mad at the same
Right?
time. She's like, I love this, but also no.
I feel like that's a really good description for like the attitude during an entire bout.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
entertained but real mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I love that you did that, but also fuck.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Crazy.
Yeah. And like with Scott and like myself and Starbuck coming from another league, like there was a lot of conversation amongst the three of us of like the differences of like how the energy of not only the crowd but like everybody involved is just so much different. It was so positive and fun. Like it was the most fun I think I personally have ever had, and I feel like I can go out on the branch to talk for my wives and say for them as well.
Yeah, even I had like an amazing time, and I know
Mhm.
Loki mentioned this before, but like when I was going through the pictures, I first noticed how happy I looked in all my pictures, and then I looked at everyone else, and like everyone is just smiling the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah. And like as my
Fun.
first actual roller derby game, like this was exactly the amount of fun I was looking for. So thanks.
You're like, I had a plan for how much fun I wanted. And you delivered.
I had
Delivered.
I had an agenda.
80% fun.
We had to hit a percentile. Thank you.
And you surpassed. I
Yes.
mean,
I tried.
We'll do it again in December, so get your dollars ready.
Better. Just
December
no
2023.
No blood drive day next day.
this
No,
is a
no blood
game where it's
drive
all
next
made
day.
up and the points don't matter.
Matter.
And we can never do the blood drive after that though. Again.
Yeah, no, the blood drive was planned first, and we definitely forgot when we planned the bout. So next time we'll do better on that.
Mhm. Okay, we all did. We're all like, yeah, that's a great date. We have nothing going on that weekend. Let's do it.
Oh.
Not a single other thing. We had 4
Yeah.
people agree on it.
I know, and like it just, it happened, but that the blood drive that this year was like planned out forever ahead of time, and it isn't normally. I think just completely forgot it was even on the radar.
Yeah,
Oops.
it happens.
That's all right.
Now we know.
We got to fix
Yeah.
that ceiling. That ceiling's so ugly.
But I love it. I love our questionable skating rink that looks like it could be like a murder drone as well. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
want-
what's the problem?
I want to do black and white drop
No.
ceiling tiles, like
Stop.
checkered patterned on the ceiling. Wouldn't that be so fun?
God.
You just want to
No,
do
I want it to
checkered
be gross.
everything. Yeah.
I do want to do
There's gotta
checkered
be like
everything.
a level of filth.
Look, Murder, do you have a ska obsession that we need to talk about?
Yeah, I was a ska kid for a really long time. I still am. I'm emo as fuck, and I also love ska.
Raven said that your obsession with checkers is frankly concerning. and
It's always
I
checkers all the time.
agree.
I want checkers.
I want what I want.
What?
I like.
You gotta be sprinkled
Well,
in.
I-
You can't go ham and checkers everything.
I'm
That's
telling
too
you what
much
to do. You're not my supervisor.
checkers. I think we as a board agree.
No. Done. Fuck
Um,
this.
Yeah. Not that we can hang for as long as you want, but I do have dinner ready.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, I want to eat my food.
I'm so hungry.
But thanks you all for joining. Thanks everyone for hanging out in chat.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again
thank
next
you.
Sunday. You guys heard it here first. Next Sunday, same time.
Thank
Maybe. I
you
don't know.
to
We'll figure
our
it out.
thank you to
Better
our
promo
6
video.
loyal followers.
Oh right, our promo video. We'll watch that.
That's a good way to
Yeah.
wrap it up. Also, we got to see Raven's
Thank-
super illegal block.
Yeah, thanks
that's
for
my
bringing
favorite
it
part
up. I
about the whole
am
video.
super ADHD when I
Following our channel, so let me just hit that follow.
Please do.
Oh, we got a new follower.
Oh my god. Never knew
Yes.
her.
We have to watch this next week too. We have to keep watching it forever.
Yeah, we just watch it. It's just like a commercial at the end of everything.
Actually, you can have like a trailer on your Twitch profile once you hit affiliate. So like, I immediately saw this video and was like, it has to go there. But we can't do anything cool until that happens.
A little bit about the artist, Loki, if you will.
Yeah, while I'm pulling it up.
My fucking sister. No, my she's very talented, like photographer and like very artistic. So she offered to come take pictures, and then like after the game, I was like, "Did you take any pictures?" And she was like, "No," and I'm like, "Cool." And she's like, "But I made this," and like made it like it was not a big deal. And then she showed it to me, and I was like, "This is awesome." She made like a little promo reel. So instead of taking photos, she ended up taking video clips and then like putting them together in a really cool like promo video for us that like looks professional as hell.
It's so great.
It really does.
So now obviously we're gonna make her do it all the time for everything.
Right? She's hired. All right, so I got it locked and loaded. Switching over the cam.
Lit.
You guys
now I need the music with it.
I'm not sharing
Wait,
my
we
screen
can't see
again?
it.
What the hell?
No.
Also, you need to turn that volume up, baby.
Yeah, I had it down, thank you.
The music makes
I feel like
it.
I still have it muted. I'm like, my mouse is gone. How do computers work?
All right, I can't tell this is gonna be too loud, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it.
Make it happen.
So wild.
All right. You guys can see it now?
As in it's just a blank screen?
Yeah. It starts really fast.
Comes out of nowhere. It was, even if it wasn't.
I think it was, but we can watch it again because it's super short.
Again, do it again.
Yeah, again.
Everywhere that we can.
So there's a moment where Nuke's doing something, but in the background, it's just me flipping off the crowd and laughing. I'm like,
I mean,
that doesn't sound like something you would do.
Never. Like the true
clip
asshole
of you towards the end, like calling off the jam, and you're like irritated. Why didn't someone call it off the second I thought about calling it off? Fashion is amazing to me. Where you're just like, oh my god,
it was literally the whole body, like.
You should have known.
It's so good.
Look at Sassy's face. She's just glee, pure glee in this.
I love it.
Oh my god, yeah. Hold on, I'll go back so everyone can see. I look pretty stoked. that's before it even started.
We're just so happy to be there.
Intros.
I was so happy to be there. Hey, Nuka's in chat. It was so good. Yeah, I'm glad you got to see it. Nuke, did you hear us talk about you like that the whole time? All of us had.
We talked so much shit about you. I'm so glad you only just now joined.
All good things. Just got here. Oh, we're gonna shut things down now.
Aww. Roll the video again.
Right? But I mean, the Twitch
Roll rep,
stream is
beautiful team
on. Will be on for 14 days if anyone want to go back and watch it. We can watch it again, sure. I love it. And then I really have to go eat. I got some enchiladas ready for me.
Yeah, do you make enough enchiladas for the whole class?
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of.
If you can be here.
To live together.
I love the little gasp at the end. Ooh. So good.
I like the combination of like the real time sound that's like going on at that plus the music.
Yeah,
Love everything
it's
about
fucking awesome. She did such a good job.
Yeah, don't blow her head up though.
She's fine.
She's
No,
fine.
as soon
She's
as I watched it,
tolerable.
I was
It's
like, I'm
okay.
gonna put this all over our socials like right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it'd be
good.
great. I think it'd be cool to like have her come in
Mediocre at
and
best,
do like a
exactly.
yeah, right. Train. Don't talk about my sister like that.
That
Say whatever you
that was
want.
your wife. I'm looking at the chat. Your wife, not even me.
Oh, okay. Oh God, it's on. Wait till I get to the dinner table. Yeah, I think like even like a training video, because like you know, I think a lot of people don't realize like how much work goes into like just being able to like put this on. Like we don't just like show up and like throw it all together. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
but Sassy has enchiladas, so let's wrap it
I
up.
do, and my headset just said that batteries are low, so this is where
man.
this is where I literally perish.
Did you
No.
even prepare for this, Sassy? Gosh.
I've been on here for like 2 hours. My headsets can only go for
3
so
hours.
long. Goodness. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining. Dahlia picked Murder Loki. Raven was here. I love you. And thanks for all the new followers, and we will see you next week. Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.